75 northbound, just past Highway 72. Again, here in Loudoun County, it's been a mess from this earlier wreck. It's starting to get heavier down I-40 right now through Sevier, Jefferson County. Watch for a little bit of radar on I-40 out through East Knox County this morning, especially out around Strawberry Plains Pike. Hey, Fountain City Jewelers is your diamond engagement ring headquarters. Stop by this weekend and shop local at Fountain City Jewelers next to Litton's. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Ladies and gentlemen.
All I know is you never had the makings for varsity acting.
What is it with you and this obsession with this varsity crap?
People come to us because we don't sell them and they can't refuse because of the implication.
You wonder ever you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door. Some things are a matter of duty.
The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough to speak. I was about to take advice from my clown's eyes head first into the shallow end of the booth.
It's Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure.
If it is to be said, so it be. So it is. So it is. So it is.
It's a Tennessee thing!
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Happy Friday morning to you, TGIF. Am I right, fellas? I ain't forgot about you either, ladies. John Reed, Cody McClure, Sam Beard. Bad news, Bubba. It is Talk Sports. We're going to do just that for the next 3 hours. What's up, Cody?
Hello and good morning. Hi. How are you all? Hello to the freaks. Good morning, freaks. How you doing? How you doing, freaks? What are you up to this morning? Huh? Having some breakfast? Having some oatmeal? Having a fight with your lady? Don't let the neighbors hear. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful Friday. September the 19th. Today is my mother's birthday. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday, Ma. Ma's 46 today.
Did you really not go home and see her?
Big day for her.
On her birthday?
No.
So you went back for grandma, but not mom?
It was a milestone.
Yeah, that's a big difference there. Grandma was turning 85.
Every year my mom has a birthday, it's a milestone.
Well, I agree with that. But if I had gone home, I'd have to hear all of you around here bitch at me for
just
3 days.
No, it just confirms that you just
complain and whine
to Vegas afterwards.
No, it's not true. It's a milestone, like Sam said.
It's
pretty clear. It's a milestone. Can you? I need to fix my headphones. Which one of these is yours?
Yours is the far one.
I don't like being plugged into your outlet.
I don't like it either, but yet you keep it there, plugged in there.
Do you even have yours on?
I have mine very low.
I can't even hear myself.
I think you have bad hearing.
Huh?
You have bad hearing.
Yeah, that's rich coming from you.
But one of us has to have our headphones on full blast, the other on low.
This guy a year ago at this time, Sam, he couldn't even hear. He's over here making fun of my hearing. This guy's ear was clogged up with something for like 6 months. Every day I had to hear it. Oh, my ear.
A damn bug.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
And you know what I did?
It hurts.
You know what I did, Sam? I showed up and did the show every day. Unlike this guy.
Yeah.
I got to hangover on
you
Wednesday.
Didn't show up.
I got to stay home and
that's a lie. You didn't
eat Indian food
and do my laundry.
lie.
You did not show up.
I showed up
day.
and did the show with damn
you missed,
pneumonia.
You missed like a week and a half.
I showed up to the show and I did a show of pneumonia for 3 weeks, and this guy had a 3-day hangover not coming on Wednesday. I don't want to hear a word from you.
Missed several days. Let's not get it twisted.
Everyone
yeah,
knows
they do
truth.
know. They remember.
They know that I battled through pneumonia, and you couldn't handle a hangover.
I remember having to do those shows just staring at Jackie Boy just across the way, me and him.
Literally 2 days ago, you called in because your head hurts, because you still had a hangover. Because you can't party like you used to.
No.
Because you're old and washed up.
No, that's not what it was.
You couldn't handle it.
That's not what it was.
What was it?
It was just, general kind of, didn't want to come in.
Well, there you go. Just crud and laziness.
Just general didn't feel it.
Just laziness.
That's what it was.
Well, I'm glad you can quit lying about being sick then. That's good. We at least uncovered something.
I know they was sick.
Lazy.
It depends on how you define sick.
Cody McClure out Wednesday. Lazy.
No, you're not going to call me
uncommitted.
Lazy. You're not going to call me lazy. That's the last thing you're going to call me.
Lazy.
Sitting on your ass all day.
Lazy.
Call me lazy. You don't even start with me.
Lazy.
Yeah. I could say some words. I could say some words.
Sure.
Yeah, but the FCC wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope your tummy feels better from your big night partying on Saturday. I hope you fully recovered.
Shut up.
You happy with how you started the show?
Are you happy?
You started it. You did this. You brought this on.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you started to try to.
No, I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
I was just telling the audience how you were a liar.
Huh?
How you were a liar when you said you didn't miss any shows last year. That was a lie.
I think I missed a couple shows with pneumonia. I don't think I missed any shows with my ear infection.
For God's sake, pneumonia. Hell, one day he couldn't even be bothered to answer the phone.
That was when I had pneumonia and was fully medicated.
What kind of 35-year-old gets pneummonia?
One that works hard, doesn't sleep enough.
Works hard, yeah.
One that doesn't sleep enough.
Hey, let me fire off a TikTok. Yeah, real hard worker over here. Call me lazy. I work all damn week.
No, you don't.
The hell I don't. You don't know what the hell I do. You don't know anything about my life.
You leave for an hour and a half every day and just go sit in your car somewhere.
Yeah, because I got to get away from this place for a while.
Yeah, I know. Hard worker. You got to put 4 hours a day in.
More so the
buttons and the hard worker.
You people, you mainly.
Amazing.
Got to get the hell away from you.
Amazing.
It's the biggest reason I like to leave.
Let me get the traffic in. That's his biggest task of the day every day.
Yeah.
Let me get the traffic in. Hard work.
Well, hey, somebody's got to do it.
Get the hell out of here.
Keep bitching. Somebody else will be putting the traffic in.
It wasn't hard. We put traffic in Wednesday when you laid out with
you
the headache.
No,
we
you
had
didn't.
traffic
I didn't hear it.
I
was listening to the show. It wasn't in there.
We have traffic on Wednesday?
Wasn't any traffic Wednesday.
Sam, do we have
listening and it
do we have traffic
play.
Wednesday, Sam?
We had traffic on Wednesday.
Oh, we had traffic on Wednesday? Okay, good. That's what I thought.
Yeah. And to act like that's all I've done around here.
He said he was listening, so he just had the show up sitting in bed, but wasn't here.
Yeah, I listened. I listened for the traffic.
Sam, he's a liar.
I listen to make sure the commercials are playing right.
If you haven't figured it out by now, this guy's
it's real. It's real rich.
What happened at the very start of the show?
To act like that's all I do. That's real good coming.
What happened at the start of the show on Wednesday with the traffic?
What show? This show? No, I didn't listen to this show. I was talking about the afternoon show. That's where I put the traffic.
By the time he was awake,
we played traffic twice on this show.
Yeah. By the time he was awake.
Yeah, that's right. I slept.
This guy's a real grinder hitting publish on the sleep. We got a kid in Kansas carrying the website on his back. We got an absolute superstar in Kansas that is maybe top 5 most knowledgeable when it comes to Tennessee balls.
All his stuff?
Yeah, you hit publish. He gets everything ready and you hit publish. That's all you do is publish. Right. I don't even know if you actually publish them. Actually, I think he has the right just to publish them now.
Okay, you want to disrespect.
Plenty of times I think you go to Fan Run Radio and you say, oh, well, Aiden's already got it up.
You want to disrespect and diminish what I do, then I'll just walk.
Shout out to Aiden.
I'll walk before you make me run.
You could use a couple laps.
Yeah, so could you, fat boy.
You could use a couple laps. Aiden, wow, Aiden's already got it up.
What are you now, about 280?
Wow, still about 100 less than you, buddy.
Well, I'd say you're about 60 less than me.
Still about 100 less than you.
I'd say at this point you're about 60 less than me. Keep eating.
Do push-ups.
Keep eating that bread. Keep doing that Jersey Mike's.
Raise your hands if you can
see where you end up.
Raise your hands if you could do a push-up.
I did push-ups during the competition.
No, you didn't.
I didn't do 0.
Everyone saw it.
It wasn't 0.
You didn't do one real one.
Wasn't 0.
I don't know why you wanted to start the show this way. I was in a good mood this Friday.
I'm not trying to start the show this way.
Sam, you
started
off
being a
you started it with the ears. You started it. You wanted to fight. Go ahead.
I
Sam,
don't want to fight. You're the one.
I'm doing great.
You're impossible to work with.
Bubba, you good over there?
You really are a real horse's ass. And people don't like working with you.
I'm doing just fine on a Friday.
Commander Chuck's got something coming over here with what Bubba's got.
Yeah, we're
crashing in the back.
We're also out here in the skyways.
He's becoming Commander Chuck. He's got the whole state of Tennessee with their sky cams set up. He's looking at traffic around Knoxville.
Bubba's doing this?
God forbid Cody misses a traffic. We'll just get Bubba to do it live.
Bubba's got it.
Traffic is running smoothly at I-40 and 5th Avenue.
The traffic
having a little bit of congestion around the I-40 Cedar Bluff
exit
here.
Traffic's in there, Sam. I don't know what we're talking about here, but the traffic
and it seems to be flowing pretty smoothly the further east you head into off Asheville Highway.
This doesn't hit the same as Commander Chuck.
I'm Brigadier Bubba with your not on time traffic.
Brigadier Bubba? I like it.
Isn't it Brigadier?
I don't know how to pronounce it. It looked a little French.
I think it's Brigadier.
I was a military guy.
We live in America, Bubba. It's okay. We don't have to speak French. You just call it whatever you want, buddy.
I have a confession to make here.
Okay, let's go
I
ahead.
don't know when to do this, but so I do something a little bit that I call culinary chaos, right?
Does that mean you cook just crazy food?
I wouldn't say crazy, but
just throw everything
I do something
together?
that I do called a wild sauce.
Okay.
Where I take pretty much every packet of sauce that I can find that I think would mix appropriately.
And then
I put them together.
In it.
I don't urinate in them, no, sir. And it's been going on now for about a year. So last night I had about 45, Taco Bell hot sauces. Had so many barbecue sauces and some buffalo sauces from places. I just put them all in one container. Just shook it up. Also threw in like 2 packets of soy sauce because I felt like it needed salt. And that's what we're rolling with now for the next who knows how long until it runs out.
So what the hell's your confession?
Oh, that was that.
Oh.
Was it good?
It did the job. I mean, you put it on
the
some
point?
ice. It's the point, 1, you use up the sauce packets, and 2, just makes you feel creative and inventive in the kitchen.
So usually when you confess something, it's something that's embarrassing.
I mean, what's the point in the story?
Is your confession just that you want to brag that you are creative and chaotic? Like, what is the confession here?
And on the I-55, a mile marker.
Police, I'd like
I-55? That's in Memphis.
Priest, I would like to make a confession.
It is running pretty smoothly over the South End Bridge heading into Arkansas.
For those of you listening near the Mississippi River right now.
I gave $100 to a homeless guy. I went and rescued a box of puppies. I'd like to make a confession.
Trevor's running pretty smoothly at Hall of Fame in Summit Hill.
Yeah.
I'm so wacky. I put a little mustard on my sausage
I-90,
biscuit.
everything looking pretty good here on I-90 in western Pennsylvania as you go through Erie, headed over toward Cleveland.
Backup starting to happen a little bit around the I-40-75 split and Pellissippi Parkway.
There's always traffic on Pellissippi Parkway. There's always traffic on I-40, especially at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I-70 pretty clear out of Denver as you approach the Rockies.
For those who do want to know, traffic is running pretty smoothly out here at I-65 at mile marker 112.
Okay, well, good job by you, Brigadier Bubba. I have a confession. We're going to commercial break. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
Good morning. Finally moving a little bit better on 75 northbound, just past Highway 72 here up through Loudoun County on that earlier wreck. Still heavy through downtown Knoxville right now with that volume 40 east and westbound. Here at 275 Western Avenue, it continues to build with that volume down from the north on 75 coming southbound out of Campbell County down into Anderson County. Zips Car Wash has remodeled in the Knoxville area. Get upgrade, shine, and protection at your local Zips Car Wash. Visit zipscarwash.com for a location near you. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This Friday off, this big Orange Friday. Everybody got their orange on? 1, 2, 3, 4. Love it. Okay. Glad we're not getting lazy after the Georgia heartbreak. Glad we're still balled up. Glad we're still rocking it. Tennessee UAB. As far as injuries go, according to the folks over at VolQuest, not expected to run out your defensive lineman this week. No Jackson Moy, no Davin Hobbs as they still try to target Mississippi State next week for their return. There was no update on David Sanders as everyone just continues to call him day-to-day. Boys, outside of injuries, what do you want to see against the Blazers?
Day-to-David. Day-to-David. That's what we're calling him. You need 63 points. That's what you need tomorrow. 63, and don't give up more than 20, and it's a happy day.
20?
Yeah, I mean, you gave up 17 to ETSU, so I don't want the defense to give up 17, but if they do, I won't be mad. Assuming there's a little garbage time in there. One of those touchdowns comes against the third team. I mean, that's not going to bother me. I'd like to see our first team defense just pitch a shutout, but I don't want to be unrealistic.
Sam, is that too high for you? Or does Cody?
Yeah.
Because I think with the way Cody points it out with the ETSU and, garbage time, 20 is fine. 20 is in line with the spread, ain't it? I mean, in terms basically of what's the over-under in this game?
Well, the spread's 38.5, so you got to ask yourself, are we going to score at least 59? Because I think we will. So say the score is 59-21. I mean, that's right at 38. 59-20, you'd be covering by a half a point. which I think
I'd like to give him 17.
Yeah, I'd like to cover a little easier than that. I don't need it to be right on the number. 59-10 would be nice.
Which I guess the over-under is what, 70?
59-10.
I'll find it.
Yeah, so the spread right now is 39.5. The over-under 69.5. $20 points, I think, is a fair ask. Over-under 70 seems high. I mean, I know we beat the hell out of teams in this situation, but everything I've seen about UAB's offense is that it's pretty damn bad. It's pretty damn bad.
I mean, we can score 70 ourselves. Like I don't think this is a 70-piece game. Like I don't expect 70. But I mean, maybe 63, 59-63, somewhere in there.
So you don't worry about the hangover? Because to me that's the big question, is just the hangover. How bad is it after the loss to Georgia? That was a big talking point all week, was how there's a bitter taste in their mouth. Can they respond? Can they come out and make a statement?
I mean, it'll go one of two ways. You know, either you come out fast or you come out slow.
And you feel confident and fast?
I haven't seen anything from this offense this year to make me think it's going to come out slow against UAB.
I think part of the hope is that your quarterback, you have confidence in him. He's an adult. And if I'm one of the 3 wide receivers out there, I'm trying to eat as much as possible. I'm trying to get my stats as much as possible. The running backs, I don't think should be lazy either. Like, I think we still have enough competition where every time Tennessee is out there, you know, trying to score, there should be guys still competing. I think we're still at that point. If this game was in November and you had just lost a heartbreaker to Georgia, might have different questions. I think my hope is that Syracuse, you still have, you know, Brazel trying to build off and really build himself like a 1,000-yard campaign. To really build himself 1,000 yards, to put himself on the first-round map. For Mike Matthews to keep showing that he is a deep threat, to kind of catch up to Braylon Staley, who I think has been out ahead of him right now in terms of impactful plays.
We have the number 2 quarterback in all of college football, according to the experts. And by experts, I mean Brooks Austin.
Friend of the program, Brooks Austin, ranked Aguilar at number 2,
and that's just for now.
Yeah, and I got to say, when I saw that, I was like, damn. I feel like if you got the number 2 quarterback in the country, you let him throw the ball at the end of the damn game. But anyways, I'm trying to get over that. I don't want to rehash Georgia.
Yeah, that's over. That's been over with. We got to move on.
The question is it over for the team? Does the team come out and, like I said, get that taste out of their mouth early and kind of continue? Because finish has been the message of the day, the message of the week. Finish, finish, finish. So, like, I'd imagine Tennessee, if you are looking and just thinking, is this going to be a blowout? Is this going to be a game where Tennessee covers the spread? I imagine after a game that you let off the hook, that you're talking about, it's about how you finish. You do try to build up that competitive stamina this week against UAB. Maybe not with the starters, of course. I'm not saying the starters are going to go out there and play 60 minutes and play all 4 quarters. But I would say that it's been Josh Heupel's MO for most of his career. I expect it to kind of be the same against UAB, where they're kind of pedal to the metal for all 4 quarters. When the backups are in, hey, you're playing hard too. As you try to start getting some different looks, some different guys in there. Linebackers were specifically talked about as they try to start working in some young linebackers to see how they play, to see how they perform. As you try to start giving those guys some help. Because I think your linebackers, Sam, we talked about it. I think they've been a little disappointing, but also like they've been asked to do a lot. You know, Arion Carter's been asked to do a lot, play a lot of snaps. Maybe now you start getting him a couple of you try to get him a couple backups ready to go in case they're called upon.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just kind of showing signs of that championship DNA. You heard at halftime after the ETSU game where Heupel was saying that they were sloppy and not really playing like they needed to be. And, you know, I think after a game like Georgia, to your point where it's just kind of finishing there at the last moment. Like, I think what you want to see is just going out there with complete focus and knowing that it's an opponent that you should be able to beat down in UAB, but kind of treating them like it's an SEC game and just going at it with the approach of, of making sure that it's kind of, that you're playing it like it's your last game and you're playing it like it's your last snap, and you got to go out there and prepare against the bad teams just like it's a good team, because you got to be able to kind of simulate that environment before you get into the meat of SEC schedule. So, yeah, I'm looking for those young guys on the defensive side, especially to kind of see what you've got there, and even continuing to see some young guys on that D-line as some of those injuries have continued to show up for the first couple weeks.
Bubba, what do you want to see on Saturday against UAB?
I always want to see more from my tight ends, whether it be Kitzelman, Ethan Davis, Brom. Also want to see the backups for running backs. Dwayne Morris. I want to see more of them.
So you want to add another guy, another mouth to feed into this equation? I mean, I know he got some run against Syracuse, very limited, but like, unless you just mean it from hey, keep the starters fresh perspective, are you wanting to see if we have another talent we can use on the bench? Is that what the idea is there with Dwayne Morris?
I mean, if that idea is there, then defensively, I want to see us fill in as many guys as possible, as many reps and rotations as we can.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Peyton Lewis get a lot of reps. I wouldn't mind if we get to see a lot of him in the second half. I feel like I know what I have with Star Thomas. Strap up the bell to him. Moo. I think he should be the bell cow, but like I feel like I got a pretty good idea of what Deshaun Bishop brings to the table. If I'm calling the game, hey, maybe I'm going to make sure Deshaun Bishop gets like 3 passes thrown to him. Let's see if you can catch.
I would also, do about 2 to 3 screen passes to him as well.
Let's run some screens. Let's run some, just some quick swing passes. Let's get you catching the damn ball. You need a couple of positive reps there. But as far as Deshaun Bishop running the ball, I've seen it. I know what it looks like. I don't need to see him do it too much against UAB. Now, obviously, this is all with the understanding that Tennessee takes care of business and scores enough points to where they're not like in a dogfight. I don't think any of us expect this to be a game. So, yeah, Peyton Lewis, if you want to see what he can finally do, because he hasn't really gotten a chance to do that just yet, I'm okay with that. As far as the tight ends, though, go, Bubba, I don't think we're going to see nearly what we thought from the tight ends this year. I think the wide receivers are so damn good that we are kind of back to, hey, this is just going to be 11 personnel all the time. And these 3 wide receivers are too good to take off the field. So if you're a backup wide receiver, you ain't getting the ball.
Boys, Jim Chaney is an analyst now. Did you see that?
Big Jim loves himself some balls.
We've really revamped the offense. We've added some former coaches, pretty good coaches, offensive coaches over the offseason. I saw, I think Josh Heupel gets credit there for adapting in the way that he has. He's evolved and he's gotten better, and he's done it, I think, with the help of some good offensive minds. Our offense might be in the most exciting place it's ever been, really. I mean, I know 2022 we had more data on how much more fun it was, but this one looks similarly as fun, and it's different. It's much different than it was in 2022, and I think Heupel's really grown in the last couple of years, over the offseason especially, after Nico left. I think we're on to something here with this offense. We might have one of the best coaches in college football. You ever think about that? It's very possible.
Yeah, I feel like I've tried to beat the drum for Josh. When Bill Connolly had him ranked number 2, I was saying, hey, I don't think he's number 2, but I think he's a top 5 coach. I think he's right there in the conversation. Now he needs to prove it this year. And look, you called it our best offense, and it might end up being. Like, you could say that so far through the air, like, would you say Joey's been as good, better than Hendon Hooker in 2022? What would you say? Is he still got a little bit to go? I mean,
so far, but he doesn't have those moments yet.
Right.
Right. I mean, Georgia, he does have the moments, but it's just that was a loss. But if you want to just take the opponent into consideration and consider Hooker versus Georgia and Joey versus Georgia, Joey was a hell of a lot better against Georgia.
I was just going to say, I don't think Hendon Hooker faced an opponent that difficult that early in his 22 season either. What would have been Pittsburgh or something?
Yeah, it's not like he just lit up Pittsburgh, you know.
Florida probably had a lot of talent on that defense when they came. I mean, that was a month into the season, right? I mean, that was game 4, I think. So
not
Georgia
nearly
level, you think, though?
No, not Georgia level. But I also don't think it's fair to compare this year's Georgia defense at home to 22 Georgia defense either.
I think that's a historic defense in 22.
Yeah, I would say it'd be more a closer comparison to 22 Alabama and 25 Georgia. I think that's closer. Would that be fair to say? Your 22 Alabama game at home versus your 25 Georgia game at home, and honestly, the difference in legacy might just be Chase McGrath hit a field goal. Max Gilbert didn't. I mean, that was the difference between winning that game and losing that game.
That's right.
It was similar distance, right? I mean, I think McGrath was maybe a little bit closer, but it was similar distance. Similar hash and everything. One made it, one didn't. So you talk about moments getting down the field, the pass to Brew, those things were obviously really nice. The 99-yard drive against Florida, those things were nice. But, I think we'd look at that fourth quarter drive in totality, picking up a couple of third downs, a throw to Staley, the whole entire, fourth quarter really where Tennessee was able to score a couple times. I think you'd look and say that would have been a moment if the kick had gone through.
Well, there's plenty of time left for moments. Hooker's big moments didn't happen. They didn't happen in November, and they didn't necessarily happen early in the season.
He owned October.
Hooker owned October. That's right. And Joey's still got plenty of opportunity to do that.
I will say that it feels like Joey's been more accurate on the deep balls than Hooker. Hooker hit his fair share of layups, don't get me wrong, but it does feel like Joey's yet to kind of really miss on one of those. He's giving his guy a chance to make a play almost every time. So I do say there's a chance that the down the field passing is better. We haven't really seen Joey show off his scrambling abilities just yet. He hasn't done that, and he's been you could call him a play action merchant. Or you could say he's just thriving in play action. Depends which connotation you want to make. But Joey Aguilar is the best quarterback in the country off of play action. When you give him a chance to hold some linebackers, you give him a chance to move some guys around. He is a top quarterback in the country. I think he struggled a little bit, and I think you saw that with Kirby's adjustments in the second and third quarter, where we didn't really thrive in the play action like we had been. We weren't really running it as much.
It feels like a lot of Hooker's deep balls were just Hyatt running wide open. The routes were the reason that we were able to connect on him. Whereas Joey, I feel like he's kind of thrown up a few more, and Brazel's made some plays. Staley's made some plays. I'm not seeing as many just wide open deep shots like we had in 2022. It feels like a different way of going about it. Those passes that Brazel caught, he had to work to catch them, but a couple of them were just right on the money. And Joey put it in the right spot, which I think is promising. I think Hooker's, a couple of those were easy. It was just, hey, Hyatt beat the defender. Which he had to put it in the right place too, but it helps when your guy's wide open.
On one hand, it feels a little gross to be comparing the two, with Hooker having as successful of a season as he had in 22, but on the other hand, hey, Hendon Hooker, you're the standard here when it comes to Tennessee's offense, especially under Josh Heupel. You could really say since Peyton Manning, you're the standard when it comes to Tennessee offense. So that's what we're going to compare you to. And I would say through 3 games, despite being 2-1, where Hooker would have been 3-0, I would say that Joey's been better.
That's just the way the schedule worked out. If Joey had played Pittsburgh on the road and Florida at home at this point, I feel like he'd be undefeated.
I want to see him go on the road before I say that. I have confidence in Joey on the road, especially, with the first one being at Mississippi State. I have confidence that it'll translate, but I do kind of want to see it first. Can he handle the cowbells? Not the same thing, but I mean, like, Nico through 3 games last year looked pretty damn good too. And I believe I had the Hendon Hooker comparisons, and then Nico fell on his face the first time he had to go on the road, and then the season kind of got stuck in the mud after that. Well, I guess he didn't fall on the face the first time he went on the road. First time you beat Oklahoma, he didn't necessarily play great, but you beat Oklahoma. The second time was the Arkansas game when you fell on your face, and then the offense got stuck in the mud. So I need to see Joey. I need to see Joey go do it at Mississippi State. And then, of course, he's going to be asked to do it at Alabama.
It's just nice to see that there's no hand-holding this year with your quarterbaig. Like you're letting him cut it loose.
I can't fully say that, Sam. And look, I'm sorry.
How?
Well, because you didn't let him throw the ball with the game on the line. You ran 6 straight times with the game on the line.
I mean, I don't think that's a confidence in Joey thing. I think that's
what else would I chalk it to? Like, do you think Hendon Hooker would have got the chance to throw the ball once? Because I kind of think Hendon Hooker would have got the chance to throw the ball once there.
Maybe Josh Heupel's been a little bit more conservative of a play caller since then.
Well, right, I know, but and maybe it's not necessarily a Joey factor; it's more of a Josh thing. But like, I think that's holding your hand a little bit. Like, I think if you have ultimate trust in your quarterback in the NFL,
it's certainly not holding his hand like it's been the last 2 years.
No, but in the NFL, like if that's Josh, like last night in the Bills game, second and 16, you're trying to put the game on ice, not give the ball back to the Dolphins. They throw, they drop in shotgun, they spread it out. Josh Allen's able to have the trust of, hey, you're not going to put the ball in danger here. If it's open across the middle of the field, throw it. Boom, they pick up the first down. The game's over. To me, that's like ultimate confidence, and anything short of that is a bit of hand holding to me.
Were those? I'd heard that a couple of those were RPOs. Those plays that we ran where we ran it 3 straight times. Joey had an option where he could have thrown there.
I've seen people say it's RPOs. If it is, I think that's dumb too, to put that in there in that situation. I'd much rather just have a play action, like a rollout option, an RPO in that regard where, hey, Joey, we're going to play action to the left. You're going to kind of roll to the right. If there's a slip there, good. If not, just get up the field and try to get as many yards as possible. Because I don't want, if you're worried about penalties, that just wouldn't make sense to have RPOs, right? Because you want your linemen to get out and block Georgia's linebackers, and they're going to get too far down the field. So,
I mean, that's the whole idea of an RPO. Like, that risk is always there.
Well, right, I know, but if you're worried about field position and all that, like I say, that would seem like a dumb play to call. No, like,
maybe so, but I don't think it's Joey hand holding though necessarily.
You didn't let him throw the ball.
It may have been bad play calling, but I don't think they're holding his hand at all.
I think they were pretty conservative with him, both after the turnover where you run the ball 3 straight times and as you needed to get 10 more yards for better field goal range. Like, I don't understand how you could argue that 6 straight runs isn't hand holding.
I don't see how you could argue that they're holding his hand when all we did was pass the entire first quarter of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we didn't even run when you got a quarterback that's that hot, why would you be holding his hand?
Okay, well then explain the fourth quarter. Then
14 of 14.
Explain the fourth quarter.
Well, he hit some passes.
Well,
it wasn't as good as
explain
the first
the 2 biggest series in scoring.
Well, just because you run the ball doesn't mean you're holding.
I just
the
don't think
hand.
Josh Heupel suddenly lost confidence in Joey Aguilar through 3 quarters. I think that's just, to me, it's more of a play calling thing than it is a, hey, we don't trust Joey in crunch time to go throw the football here.
I think in the back of the mind, you're worried about turnovers. I think, and that's a bit of hand holding. Like, I do think that's the case. Like, a run on 2nd and 10 in overtime is a form of hand holding. Like, they're trying to either settle him down or whatever. Like, you can't argue that the play calling was working.
Well, is every quarterback's hand being held then?
Well, no, I just told you, Josh Allen, they put the ball in his hands last night.
You can't just compare him to Josh Allen, John.
But that's the comparison, though, of having faith in your quarterback, though.
I mean, I think there's a difference between having faith in your quarterback and saying this is the best quarterback on the planet right now.
Well, yeah, I understand that, Sam, but I'm saying it's still the mentality of giving your quarterback the ball. Like, in the NFL, you see it all the time. Now, I understand the difference between NFL and college, but like,
I would then argue then again that's more play calling of like, hey, you have a gunslinger at your quarterback, then you got to live and die with the chance of him potentially having a turnover right there.
Correct.
So go throw the football.
Correct, but coaches don't do that, and that's my point is that, like, they think Joey's a gunslinger, and they don't want him to live and die.
So that's conservative play calling, not just saying, he's going to automatically throw an interception.
And why is it conservative play calling, Sam?
Because they're choosing to be more conservative.
Why? Why?
Because they don't want to turn the ball over there, but
because they don't fully trust the quarterback to not turn the ball over.
That's like saying
I'm saying that you have to have, that's a coaching thing, that you have to have that trust in your guy. It's not a Joey thing.
No, it's just playing it safe in that.
It's
moment.
holding his hand. Yes,
it's not holding his hand.
Playing it safe. We're going to walk across the road together,
moment.
kid. Here,
no, it's just
hold my
strategy.
hand as we walk across the road.
No, it's just coaching strategy. That's like saying, hey, we got LeBron James and we got some other guy. Like we're not going to let LeBron take every single shot with the game on the line.
No, but you're going to give him the ball and let him make the decision on where he's going to pass it to, or if he's going to drive to the rim. You're going to let him make the decision.
Yeah, but sometimes I mean it's a team game. There's room for other players to make plays. Like, just because Joey's not always the guy every single time whose hands they put it in, that doesn't mean they're holding his hand.
For 6 times, it was run.
Hand holding to me in this offense is exactly what you did with Nico all last year, of just throwing it to the sideline, screen game, and hoping your wide receiver can make a play. Like, you're actually throwing the ball down the field with him. I don't think you're holding his hand at all.
I think 90% of the game, you're right. I think at the end of the game, though, they in the fourth quarter, the last 5 minutes of regulation, and then the last drive there, to try to get closer to field goal, I think they were afraid that he would make a turnover. I think they held his hand and took the ball out of his hands. That's what
I'm just saying, to me, that's more coaching than it is the player.
Right, and I think the coaching came from a lack of full confidence in him.
I just don't think they lost that confidence all of a sudden in that game after him being so successful.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would just point to 6 runs with the game on the line.
A couple of which were RPOs. Where
you've seen a couple people online say that.
Where Joey may not have made the right decision.
lays a block
well,
on
did
that
you
down,
break down the film?
Well,
did you break it down and decide
we've all
yourself?
We've all looked at Sham missing a block 3 yards down the field. I don't think that was supposed to be a pass if he's 3 yards down the field.
I mean, several people have said that a couple of those were RPOs. I mean, I don't know that we've heard that straight from the horse's mouth.
I think I
don't know if Josh has said it.
When I saw people breaking it down, they assumed it was an RPO because Josh Heupel was mad. But then now people are coming back and said that he's mad that Deshaun Bishop fell down, and couldn't keep his feet and the block didn't get made. So I think people have just kind of looked at Heupel's reaction and tried to make assumptions off of it.
Well, I don't know about that, but I just because you're running the ball a few times doesn't mean you're scared to put it in your quarterback's hands.
I think that's exactly what it means when you run it 6 straight times.
Well, I think that's a stupid take.
Okay. We can disagree on it.
When do we run it 6 straight?
Well, I'm saying with the last series where you're trying to get closer when you're 40 yards away.
I see Deshaun.
And then I'm talking about.
I see Aguilar pass the
Yes,
Kitzelman,
Bubba, I'm talking about the 3.
Deshaun.
Yep.
And then if there's a break, then it's not 6 straight.
Well, no, Bubba, I've explained 6 straight when you're inside of the 30-yard line kind of thing there for field goal range. I'm talking about the last 3 when you're trying to make Georgia call timeouts. I'm talking about the 3 where you kicked a field goal to go up 38-30. I said that. I don't know if you're listening or not. But go back and look at those. Those are 3 straight runs, Bubba.
I mean, it's simply football strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not saying it's the right strategy.
Let's see. We have Deshaun, field goal.
Right. So 1, 2, 3, and then the 3 right before our field goal that we missed was 1, 2, 3. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I see what you're doing here.
Okay.
All right.
And it's football strategy. That's fine, but it's not football strategy for the teams that trust their quarterback fully, implicitly. Like, you're not going to see the Kansas City Chiefs do that. You're not going to see. And again, I know it's the NFL.
You have to stop comparing Joey Aguilar to Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen.
I don't think I do, because I mean, it's just a sense of trusting your quarterback.
It's football.
I don't think there's any quarterbacks in college right now that have earned that implicit trust that have been in close games yet. So it's hard to look and see, comparing them to them. But if you want to go back to 2019, can I compare to Joe Burrow? Like, who do you want me to compare him to? Because I think very few quarterbacks get an unbridled reign. I think few quarterbacks in college don't have their hands held. I think that's a big part of why you've seen college.
It's crazy that we let Joey Aguilar throw a 56-yard touchdown after Georgia took the lead. You'd think if we didn't have trust in our quarterback, maybe we'd just go run the ball.
Also, we didn't trust him enough to throw him twice in overtime.
I think the issue is of just you calling it hand holding, because I don't think that's what it is. Like, what you're saying may be true, that we wanted to be a little more conservative in that moment, but I don't think that translates to we have to hold this guy's hand because we don't trust.
Do you think they put the ball in his hands and said, "Go win the game"?
I don't clearly they didn't with them running the ball, but I don't think that means they didn't trust him. I don't think it's because Heupel was scared Joey was about to throw a pick. Like, we can't trust this guy to win the game.
First and 15.
Well, sometimes you run, sometimes you pass.
We need 15 yards to put the game away, and we went run, and you don't think that's conservative hand-holding?
Well, I think the way that game was going, Georgia probably expected Joey to pass there, so maybe you're trying to throw him a little something different, like, hey, can we slip a run in here and, gain some yards that way? It's kind of like when you call a halfback draw,
Sure. I don't think you call it very rarely, and I think that's fair if it's one play. But, like, you don't see them run a halfback draw 6 times in a row. You don't see a halfback draw 3 straight times. Like, that doesn't happen.
Again, I don't know. Like, I wasn't there with Josh Heupel on the sideline, so I don't know if those were RPOs. But if there's a chance that they could be, then, maybe you chalk it up to that. Maybe it's just bad play calling. I don't resort to the fact that it's hand holding. I
think they let Joey be Joey for the entire first quarter. I thought it worked really, really well. I think they had confidence in him until it became winning time. And I think when it became winning time, they said, let's not let Joey mess it up.
Well, there's probably a lot of other intricacies to the game that we're not aware of.
Well, I'm sure they didn't want to give up a sack as well. Like, that's a part of it.
But maybe some things Kirby was doing on defense. Maybe we just thought it was better to run the ball there. I mean,
and to not let our quarterback make a mistake.
I don't know why you put it that way. I mean, if you want to say it that way, then yeah. But
it seems like you and Sam are getting offended by the idea of me saying that they were.
I am.
Why is that offensive? I don't even mean it.
Because holding his hand seems offensive. Holding his hand seems offensive. Holding his hand. The whole argument is what Sam was saying about Nico was that Nico sucked so bad you had to hold his hand. You had to come on, Nico. Come on, you can do it. Step up, buddy. You got it. You had to treat him like a little puppy. I think that's what Sam meant with the hand holding. So then when you said that about Joey, it didn't sound right. Because I don't think they've done that with Joey at all.
I think they 100%.
You let him throw the ball twice for a touchdown after you went down in this football game. Like, I think if you're really concerned about going down in the football game and then turning the ball over, you'd see them run the ball more. But
I think that's the complete opposite. I think when you go down in the game, Sam, you have to open it up. You have to be more aggressive when you're down. I think I'd look at them not going for the 4th and 2 at midfield when you're up in the game, when you have like a chance to put things in, put things back in your control. You played conservative, and the reason you would be conservative is that you weren't fully and trusting your quarterback. I think we saw in 2022 in a lot of those instances with Hendon Hooker, they did trust Hendon Hooker in those moments. I don't think we'd have ran the same plays with Hendon Hooker. I think when you're down in a game and you also all of a sudden start throwing the ball down the field, that's because you're down.
I think you also felt pretty good about your run game at that time. You felt good about what Star Thomas has been doing. So and Bishop, like, maybe you trusted your offensive line to break their will late in the game. I mean, I don't know exactly what the logic was there. I don't think it's a hand holding thing.
I think if you see it further into the season, I think you'll see them let Joey throw the ball because I think he'll have earned their confidence by now. I don't think he fully had the confidence in that situation against Georgia. And maybe that's because Heupel just completely went in his shell, and maybe it wasn't about Joey at all. But either way, he didn't put the ball in his quarterback's hands to say, go win the game. If hand-holding is too drastic of a thing to say, that's fine. But he did not want his quarterback to make a mistake.
If we're going to be picky and choosy here, I guess we'll go back to tied 49-49 in the Alabama-Tennessee game in 2022. He didn't trust Hooker enough to where they ran 5 straight runs.
Okay, I mean that would be a Heupel problem. I mean, I don't know the exact
Heupel problem.
What are we talking about?
Not
with
trusting quarterbacks.
What are we talking about with the 5 straight runs? I mean, I assume.
Well, you said with the 6 straight runs how he didn't trust Joey.
Yeah, when it was 49-49, we ran the ball. Did we not get the ball for like 8 seconds whenever it was 49-49, Bubba?
Just 5 straight. 5 straight. Why wouldn't he go for a pass there? It doesn't matter about time on the clock.
Was it not 40? You're talking about when we went up to tie it? Tell me what those.
Yes, when we tied it.
Okay.
49-49.
I want you to look, and I want you to tell me the success of those plays when we get back from the break. I want you to tell me what we did on those 5 straight runs. Let's break it down that way.
Why are we talking about success? We're just talking about the
we are talking about
ability
success.
of holding hands.
No, we are talking about success.
With the play call.
If something is working, it's a little bit different than if something's not working. Wouldn't you agree?
No.
Rhetorical question. because I know you would agree. If something's working, it's different. If you're reeling off 7-yard runs, it's a little bit different than getting stopped on 3rd and 8. Wouldn't you say so? Yeah. Okay. Let's go to break. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
With over 60 years of experience in the industry, Merritt Garage Doors has a wealth of expertise in commercial overhead doors in the East Tennessee area. Merritt offers a wide range of door styles like sectionals, rolling steel, high speed, and sheet doors. They also supply and install a wide range of dock equipment. If your business is in need of overhead doors, no matter the type, look no further than Merritt Garage Door, Knoxville's best and most trusted overhead door company. Contact them anytime for a free estimate at 865-933-5319 or online at merrittgaragedoor.com.
Are you tired of spending hours on laundry and ironing? Let Crown Cleaners handle your dry cleaning so you can handle your business. Our expert team can take care of your clothes, removing stains and wrinkles like they were never there. Whether it's your best suit or everyday attire, we handle it all at Crown Cleaners. Say goodbye to laundry stress and hello to extra free time. Crown Cleaners, Big Orange Country's imperial dry cleaning service since the 1960s. Online at crowncleaners.com.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Betty drove the semi. She pulled up to the palm.
Poor attempt by Bubba at a gotcha. That's sad, Bubba. That's completely sad. You failed to even point out that the last two plays of the drive were throws.
Well, because it didn't fit my narrative. I wanted to show the 5 straight, runs
attempts. It was
compared to the 6 straight runs that you were going with. I was going for runs versus runs.
Well, yeah, one batch of runs were successful at picking up first downs and moving the chains on a
I don't know
touchdown.
about that because we had a 1 yard, a 3 yard, a 5 yard, and an 11 yard. So we did move the chains at one point, but then we got all the way down to a 4th and 1 situation.
Which, I mean, I think that's why you run on 3rd and 2. You got 2 chances at it. I think that's completely different.
Okay, so I mean, more so we're just going to pick and choose arguments here.
I think with everything you have to look at the logic behind it.
Sure.
I think when Georgia ran the ball 13, like what was their drive at a half? Do you remember? Was it like 13 runs out of 15 plays or something like that? It was something crazy. I don't think that was because they all of a sudden didn't trust Gunnar Stockton. I think they just was having success running the ball down our throat. I got no problem with teams running the ball if it's working.
I mean, our Star Thomas was averaging 6.7 yards.
Yeah, then why was Deshaun Bishop in the game? I had a problem with that too. Like, Deshaun Bishop shouldn't have been getting any damn carries because Star Thomas was averaging what, Bubba?
6.7.
Yeah, so you agree that Star Thomas should be getting the ball to bench Deshaun Bishop. I agree.
Did you say 6'7"?
Stop that right now, Cody.
Yeah, no, I'm too old for that. Way too old for that. But William was having a good time with it yesterday.
That checks out.
Star Thomas
I don't
was
even know
moving
where it came from, really.
and shaking. He should have been the one getting the ball. I concur. That's the first good point you've made all week, Bubba. Good job by you. We should have benched the Carnes Beaver because he didn't have the same.
Disagree?
He didn't have the same juice as Star Thomas.
I think they're just putting him in the wrong situations here.
Well, I think that's part of it too. Yeah, I don't think he should be lining up to run against Georgia in those situations. I do think it was the wrong one. But look, hey, it's early. It's early. I think if you had put if you put Joey in a similar situation later in the season in October, especially after knowing that we lost that game, I'd say that Josh would probably do things a slight bit differently. That's okay. It's all right. Against UAB, there shouldn't be any close moments. There shouldn't be any. It should be a stat padding game.
They've got a pretty good returner.
Okay. Well, hopefully he's having to return a lot because we're scoring a bunch of touchdowns. That would be nice. That would be nice if they was just always on the field. If he gets 8 returns, that'd be cool. 9 returns, 10 returns, that'd be cool.
Also wouldn't look for many interceptions this game from Tennessee's defense. As a Kitten, I think he's right there with the Aguilar in terms of completion percentage.
This is the Kitna that's the
just a bad human being.
This is the Kitna that got in trouble, right? For was he messaging underage girls?
That was the guy from Florida, yeah.
Child pornography. Yeah.
Oh, he had pornography.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he should be in jail for a very long time.
Are we sure about the details of this case? Because surely,
positive.
But why is he not in prison? You would go to prison if you had.
You'd think, right?
It said that they dropped the charges. I don't know if he just had a good lawyer or what, but I believe the charges were dropped.
I don't feel like good lawyers get you out of that.
Well,
good lawyer.
I don't know, but
I would imagine Jared from Subway had as good of lawyers as possible, and he's been in prison for 20 years now almost.
Well, I don't know the context of it all, but I think I'd heard that UAB vetted him. I don't know what all went into that, but before they accepted him as their quarterback, they had to vet him and
him dropped on plea deals.
5 felony child pornography charges, 2 counts of distribution of child exploitation material, and 3 counts of possession of child pornography.
Do we know if it's like a situation where he's like 19 and like some girl was 17 sexing him or something? Because they do try to get you for that. Whereas, of course,
I don't really care, to be honest with you.
Well, that's why I was asking about the details. I didn't know because I do think that's a little bit different than I know I said Jared from Subway. Of course, he was a monster and had thumb drives full of just nasty, explicit stuff. But when you,
let's not try and defend this guy, John.
I'm not trying to defend the guy. I think there's context that should not everything's. When you tell me child pornography, if it's I'm 19 and got something from a 17-year-old, it's a little bit different than some of the nasty stuff on the other side of the spectrum. I'm saying. What
it should probably show you is how desperate UAB was to have a quarterback.
Maybe that's
the kind of team we're playing.
The investigation found him to be the probable owner of an account on a Discord channel which shared 2 images of young girls being abused. So he owned a Discord channel on an account. Okay. I don't want to get into it. It's gross. This has been a terrible hour for my mental health. I got to go reset. Hour 1's in the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. This Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hey folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
Is that old tree in your yard starting to lean a little too much? Branches hanging over your roof? Don't wait until it's too late. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. At ECR Total Landscapes, we specialize in safe, professional tree removal, trimming, and storm damage cleanup. So if you've got trees that need to go, now is the time to give us a call. Plus, we're offering free stump grinding now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN. That's right, free stump grinding for FanRun Radio listeners. At ECR Total Landscapes, we live up to our name by offering total landscape services. In addition to tree cutting, we also offer a wide range of landscape installation services and custom monthly maintenance packages that create stunning outdoor spaces tailored to your vision. Give us a call today to schedule a free estimate at 865-384-2012 or just visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Dick's House of Sport at West Town Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them FanRun sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
It was an unmitigated disaster. It was coaching malpractice.
You're listening to Talk Sports.
Everything that could have gone wrong seemed like it went wrong. It seemed like no one had answers. And like I said, the most depressing part of it was it seemed like no one really cared.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
And to me, this is one of those things. It's like, you know, I don't know if he should be fired, but if he was a fireman, I feel like he just brought gasoline to the blaze instead of a water hose. If he was a nurse, it's like he just pulled the plug on a healthy patient. If he was a waiter, he just peed in the kid's lemonade. You get the point. You compare it to other occupations. I mean, not saying he should be fired, but this is a pretty bad offense.
On 1340 WKGN.
I feel like if you pulled the plug on a healthy patient, they would just live. Like, if you pulled my plug right now, like, I just, my heart would keep beating.
You get the point. A good point by you, but you understand what I was going for here.
Hour number 2 kicking off in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios.
Yeah, after reading about Kitna and the details, he shouldn't be playing football.
I was going to say, I promise you this is not a guy that we needed to defend here.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to read the details. I had known that he had gotten flags back in the day, but I don't remember exactly what the details were. I asked you, and you didn't exactly remember either. But, if it was just something that got shared on a Discord server he owned, that's one thing. But it's him posting something from his account. And then when the police came up and checked it, he still had other images on his phone, too. He shouldn't be playing football. He shouldn't be playing football. It's kind of crazy that they are.
Leave it to Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because, Florida was like, you're out, right? Florida said, hey,
you've had murders on that team, and they let him play.
Yeah, it's kind of wild that UAB is letting him play. And Trent Dilfer. Didn't Trent Dilfer coach at, a Christian school in Nashville? Am I making that up?
Was that Lipscomb?
Is it Christians?
I don't
know if it's a Christian high school.
There's definitely Christians at Lipscomb.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're Christians.
Sure, there is, Cody.
Okay,
there's Christians everywhere.
I thought he was coaching.
I saw a bunch of Christians out at the Rock yesterday. They were doing a Charlie Kirk vigil on campus. The Rock, you're familiar with the Rock on campus? Very, very well known structure.
Okay, it is.
That's not a structure. I guess a rock's not a structure. A rock would just be a rock. They had a whole candlelight vigil out there. There was some girl playing the guitar. Quite a scene.
All right, let's hit some headlines. What you got?
All right. Well, let's see. Clayton Kershaw is retiring. One of the best ever. One of the best pitchers ever is set to retire from the Dodgers at the end of the season. He navigated a 15-minute news conference yesterday with an interview room stuffed with teammates, coaches, front office members, along with his pregnant wife and 4 children. His emotions often got the best of him. Even though he said, I'm really not sad. I'm really not. I'm at peace with this. It's just emotional. I told our guys not to make it weird today because I was going to get weird if you make it weird, and here I am making it weird. Kershaw, 37 years old, been a major leaguer for a long time. He will retire at the end of the year.
Kind of like I talked about Derrick Henry and running backs. I don't know how many more Hall of Fame pitchers we're making. At least ones that can, boast 3,000 strikeouts and hell, even 200 wins. I don't know if guys will have near the resume for a lot of pitchers to end up in the majors. If you stack up a bunch of Cy Youngs, I think the writers will talk about the difference in eras and all that. So I'm not saying no one will make it, but the dominant pitcher that we have known, Kershaw, kind of feels like one of the last of a dying breed. Like him and Verlander and Max Scherzer, those guys kind of going out at the same time, give or take a couple years. Hell, even CC Sabathia kind of is that workhorse dominant guy. Yeah. I know he went out a couple years prior to that, but it feels like Kershaw kind of the last of a dying breed. Maybe some of the new guys will have those careers. Maybe I'm wrong, but I won't say it made me sad seeing Kershaw retire, but for somebody that was, he's a guy that I've basically been an adult his entire career. I watched him have an 18-year career from my senior year in high school up until now. That's kind of crazy.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a long time.
That's kind of crazy to see. So this one does kind of hit a little bit differently when you look at his dominant run, like I said, from my senior year of high school all the way to now when I'm 35. He's one of the first pitchers I could say that about, one of the first athletes I could say that about.
The NFL has sent a message to officials. Keep an eye on false starts with that tush-push, they say. They just want them to call it right. They're not banning the play, but they want it to be called right. And it says they're going to call it, quote, tight going forward. The NFL said the Eagles should have been flagged for at least one false start when they used the tush-push against the Chiefs on Sunday. They instructed officials from now on to call this one tight. The message from the league came in its training tape to officials distributed to all 32 teams on Wednesday. as they showed the Eagles running the quarterback sneak on 3rd and short late in the fourth quarter for a first down, which I remember watching that. Well, that was weird. I just looked right up, and Sam's just got a banana over there, just shoving it down his throat. Wasn't expecting to see that, Sam.
You don't have to say shoving.
Well, it really just kind of interrupted my headlines. I was trying to read about this tush push story, and as soon as I looked up, I just see you over there. Is it a good banana?
Carry on. No, the first bite was a little toxic tasting.
Well, that's weird. Is it a Dole or a Chiquita?
Yeah, Chiquita.
Chiquita banana. That's typically the best banana brand.
You'd think, right?
Brand? Is it weird to call a banana a brand? Because it's like they don't make anything. Like I guess it is a brand because they own the.
And there's different brands that have different stickers, right? That have different farms and do different things.
Yeah, still it feels weird to call it a brand though, because like the goods they're dealing with are just bananas. They're all the same,
but they're distributing the bananas.
I'd say they also do some things differently when it comes to climate and
maybe
all those things,
where they grow them and
you think
whatnot.
Chiquita bananas taste different than Dole bananas?
There's got to be some difference in them.
I tell you, Dollar General bananas are different. When some of the Dollar Generals now have fresh produce, and by fresh I mean the bananas are like a different color. I don't know if Dollar General's growing their own bananas, like in a warehouse or something, or a greenhouse. I'm not sure. Feels weird buying bananas from Dollar General, but I've done it. I have done it before. Well, anyway, enjoy your banana. Yep, sorry. Just really threw me off there. So this play, this tush push, they've really kind of dropped the ball on officiating this correctly, and now they're vowing to try to do that. Is the point here?
Be interested to see how they officiate it this weekend. Do they call penalties that maybe aren't even penalties? At the very least, like you could see the guards lining up over the ball. You could see the center lining up over the ball. You could see all those things.
Well, you can see the guards move early too.
Well, that too, but I'm just saying, like, even if they throw, like, they should throw the penalty before it even gets to that point, though, just because, like, it seems like they're lining up too far. Like it feels like offsides.
What if the defense just gives up on the play? Like it's not a scoring position, but it's like 4th and 1, and they're on like the 50-yard line, and just to prove a point, they line up like 2 yards behind, and they just let the Eagles line up over the ball, the guards be offsides, all that type of thing.
Just make a complete like mockery of it.
Yeah, make it so obvious.
I don't think the fans of that team would take that very kindly, and I don't think the coaches would be allowed to survive that. Like, because I understand what you're saying. Like, hey, protest, like, hey, it's not fair. Like when you're playing somebody on a video game and they're just running a cheese play, and you're like, fine, just score, whatever. It's stupid. Like it's a glitch. You can't stop it, whatever. Like you've been there before in terms of frustration on that level, but like as competitors, as men, you got to go up there and try to stop them.
I mean, I wouldn't let him in on like the goal line, but like middle of the field, maybe you're like, hey, I'll give you this first down. I
think you could have the same effect if your defensive tackle just took the center's head and just yanked him down,
snatched it.
Just like pushed him down. Hey, here's 5 yards. Here's an offsides. We're not doing this stupid play. Like I wouldn't have a problem if my defensive lineman like stood up and just literally pointed at the guards and be like, they're lining up offsides. Like remember the Titans, Denzel. They're lining up offsides and just push them. Like I could see that being more effective than just like backing up 2 yards. Just completely stand up and just point it out.
I just want an on-field boycott.
Push somebody over. I think you could do it that way, and that solves both things you're trying to accomplish. I think. Makes a mockery of it, but also highlights the fact that they are cheating.
Someone has got to find a way to stop it.
It's going to get changed. It's going to be gone next year.
I don't know how teams can't stop it.
They can stop it. They just can't stop the Eagles.
Yeah,
because Jalen Hurts squats 500 pounds, and like A.J. Brown and Saquon Barkley are also both very strong, and the Eagles have the best offensive line in the league.
A.J. Brown?
A.J. Brown's
he's
strong.
in on it?
Yeah, he usually comes in. That they usually have Don't they usually have Saquon and A.J. Brown behind pushing? Like, isn't that a thing?
The two that I watched just last week, A.J. Brown was just off to the side, just screwing
around.
So I don't know.
I mean, he may be strong, but like A.J. Brown shouldn't be as strong as those defensive tackles.
Probably depends on what side they're running.
What happens if you run that against a couple of Hall of Famer defensive tackles is what I'd like to know.
I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters.
Well, because like
you got
Jordan Mailata is massive. Lane Johnson's huge.
But a defensive tackle, like I don't know, maybe I'm trying to simplify it too much, but you should just go at the ankles. You know, like you gotta just bear crawl in.
Ankles too.
Well, you got to line up on the center in the gap between the center and the guard and just grab those legs. You grab the center's legs
Let's
immediately.
Get out there and let Cody stop the tush.
Well, I'm just saying, I got nobody else can stop it. Maybe they should hear my consulting. You know, I got strategies.
So your plan is just fall down and grab.
My plan is to put your two nose tackles on the center, grab each leg, get him back on his ass, and just
they're too low to grab the legs though. Have you ever watched wrestling before? Not professional wrestling, but like Olympic wrestling.
Who's too low?
The guards in the center. Like
the
center's
so
damn low.
Well, the center's still got to be able to snap the ball though. Like if you attack that ball immediately as a nose tackle, I'm saying you put one on each shoulder of the center and just blow that center up.
Even if they just fall, like even if you do hit their legs and they just fall, it's such a short play that they can just fall forward for half a yard. And then you have to block them. You have to blow them off their spot and back a yard.
And then a part of your problem is if you create those bodies, you're keeping them off the ground, to which then the other guys push the pile and they push them the yard they need.
It's just a cheat code. Don't try and.
Well, I know. I'm trying to be a defensive.
Not everyone can
I'm trying
do
to figure out how to stop it.
It's literally just the Eagles that do it so properly because A, I feel like they cheat, but B, like they just got a freak at quarterback that's stronger than any other quarterback, and it's really a recipe for disaster.
Has there been a game where it hasn't been successful? Like it has
for them?
Yeah,
I don't think
because
so.
there's got to be some
big moments.
No, not any big moments, but you would think a guy like Chris Jones. I mean, who are the best defensive tackles in the game?
Well, I mean, Chris
Jones.
You
would consider just. Yeah, I mean, he's one of them,
Chris
right?
Jones is like a top 3 guy, and they bully him on the tush push.
Yeah,
Jalen Carter.
But Chris Jones is athletic. He's not what you'd consider like one of the biggest defensive tackles, right?
Like Vita Vea. Vita Vea might be able to stop it.
Yeah, okay, Vita Vea. Does this work against Vita Vea? I mean, if you have 2 Vita Veas.
Yeah, it does. We've watched the Eagles play the Bucs before.
Yeah, but I'd just like to see this play specifically. Like, there's got to be an answer. There's got to be a team with defensive tackles that are good enough to just
the
to
problem
blow
is
this
even
thing
if
up.
one team can stop them, it doesn't mean that everyone can. Like, and here's the stat according to ESPN's article from 3 days ago. The Eagles on the tush push, they've converted the play in 4th and 1 scenarios since 2022. You want to take a guess on the percentage?
Of how much they've converted it on what?
On 4th and 1.
98% of the time.
No, it ain't. It can't be that high.
What's your guess?
88.
96.6% of the time.
All right, Sam, I stand corrected. That's crazy. That's crazy. If you had Warren Sapp and Vince Wilfork, do you think maybe like
we should do it at the Pro Bowl? We should be like, hey, you get your best 4 or 5 guys to stop the tush push, and we'll get the Eagles out. Best of 10.
You know, my favorite NFL player is a guy who is a big, fat defensive tackle. Like, you can tell he's fat, but he's so good. He's so strong. He's still an athlete. Like
Andre Sweat.
A Vince Wilfork. Vita Vea is another one.
Vita Vea is a freak. I mean,
you can see
he's the answer. Him and I mean, you could tell that. You know, Aaron Donald wasn't fat, but I mean, obviously, he was the best athlete on the field pretty much at all
Terrence
times.
Cody thought he was that guy, but he wasn't.
Terrence Cody's just fat.
Yeah, he ended up just being too fat. But those guys that, like, they're so damn strong, but you just see how, like, even though they're so athletic and they're NFL players, you still see they got the fat on them because they're just that big. They're still fat. I love those guys.
This says Shane Steichen, who, you know, went to the Colts and who helped, you know, invent the play with the Eagles, has only tried it 3 times with Indianapolis since being hired, and he's 0 for 3 on producing first down. So it's literally just the Eagles. Other teams, like that's why I think it's survived, is that like other teams have tried it. It's not a cheat code for everybody. It's just a cheat code for the Eagles.
If we didn't let Jason Kelsey go up there and like cry about it, given that speech to the competition committee, it probably would have gotten banned already.
It'll get banned this offseason.
I think
They're
so,
going
too.
they're going to start throwing flags on it now. Like last week was a tipping point, and the NFL taking those videos down made it worse. Everyone knows. You'll see them start calling penalties on it now.
Wait, what'd they take down?
The footage of the false starts, they flagged
really?
people for copyright. Like they never really do that for highlights, but they did it on the video that showed them firing off too early.
I like that.
There was like 4 different accounts that like had posted it, and they all had the video taken down.
Merlin Olsen. You think they could have ran that on Merlin Olsen?
I don't know who the hell Marlon Olsen is. Who the hell is Merlin Olsen?
If you don't know Merlin Olsen, you're not a real football guy.
I guess I'm not a football guy. I don't
What
know
about Aaron Donald? What about Aaron Donald? Because he was retired before this became a thing, right?
I mean, he
or
did,
pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close.
I seriously think the best stop was what the Commanders were trying to do in the playoff game, was just try and jump over the line. Like, that's all you can do, I think, is just try and meet Jalen Hurts before he gets to the pushes to tush.
I kind of feel like this week we're going to see the Eagles run it and put some type of wrinkle in it where eventually they're going to pitch it to the outside as everyone's crashing in, and you're going to see like a big like run play.
Snap through the legs of Hurts to like Saquon for just a big run play.
I feel like they've tried it once, and I feel like they're the type of people. The Eagles are the type of franchise. That owner is the type of owner. The coach is that type of coach where they're going to try to really stick it to people. I think this week we'll see a trick play out of it.
These defensive tackles need to have some pride about them.
No, they need what really needs to happen is these defenses just need to tee off on Jalen Hurts.
Oh, yeah, now we're talking.
They need to just do some head hunting.
Yeah.
And it's gross, but like, hey, you talk about giving up on the play. I think you do the opposite. I think you just lay Jalen Hurts out. You come head hunting. You want to stick your head in this pile. We're running. We're going to come. We're diving in. And we're going to be battering rams, and we'll see how safe the play is, and we'll see if the NFL has the stomach for it. That's how you get rid of it.
Now, that's the football talk I like to hear.
Or you get him on the ground and you poke his damn eyes out. That's what you do.
Let's take those early 2000s Ravens. Let's take those Saints teams back in the day. You want to play some football, we'll play some football.
It's kind of fun that two of the most dominant quarterbacks are now becoming two of the most hated, with Jalen Hurts and the tush push and Patrick Mahomes recently just running guys over instead of doing his, fake out of bounds.
I got to say, for Mahomes, whenever he did it against the Chargers, I felt like that was well-deserved. I thought the Chargers were teeing off on him, trying to hit him, so I thought it was kind of cool that he actually was lowering his shoulder and giving it back a little bit. I felt like that was in the moment. Like Mahomes, they were kind of roughing him up, and he was kind of giving it back. That was one of the best halves of football he has played. It just sucks because the Chargers couldn't get off the field and give him the ball back, but he actually tried to put the team on his back in week one. I thought that was pretty cool in Mahomes. But yeah, I think this does affect how we view Jalen Hurts, though. Like, I do think you're right about that. Like, I do think the way everyone hates this damn tush push, I think it does make us judge Jalen Hurts a little bit harsher than we would otherwise. Now, don't get me wrong. Him throwing for 100 yards is also really gross, but this makes him so much more hateable. Ain't got to throw the ball, yeah.
Got to do it. You really don't know Merlin Olsen? He was ranked as the 27th greatest player in NFL history.
When's he from, like the 30s?
No, like the 70s, 80s.
Okay.
Fearsome Foursome. Rams.
Okay. Yeah, no. Name didn't.
Merlin Olsen.
Didn't ring a bell.
Now, that was a defensive lineman.
Can't say I knew him. He looks cool, though. I like his vibe.
Like Aaron Donald probably outdid him to become the greatest Ram defensive lineman of all time.
Okay. Leonard Little eraser, but okay.
I don't think Leonard Little was on that level.
No, he wasn't. I'm just kidding. All right, go back to headlines. Anything else?
Didn't really read any. But
yeah, damn
good talk about the tush push, though.
That damn tush push. Let's go to break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation, Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue, located in beautiful Cove Lake State Park. Rickard Ridge is home of the best ribs in the volunteer state. Smoked daily by pitmaster Mark Rickard. The barbecue at Rickard Ridge is mouth-watering, fall-off-the-bone delicious. Take the scenic drive up I-75 to exit 134. For directions and to look at the rest of the menu, visit Rickard Ridge online at rickardridgebbq.com.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Citizens National Bank.
Kick off this football season with a CNB Plus Perks checking account. Move downfield with free online and mobile banking. And cross the goal line with extended evening hours and Saturday banking. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Hi, this is Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, and I know there's a lot of choices here in East Tennessee when it comes to choosing a realtor. Here's why the Kregner Group is different. At the Kregner Group, our motto is walking by faith, serving others. It's how I live my life. It's how I run my business. Here at the Kregner Group, we're committed to doing real estate the right way. Faith, honesty, integrity. The Kregner Group. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or visit my website at boknowshouses.com.
SM Athletics, a proud partner of Fan Run Radio. If you need some new gear for your sports team or your business or your organization, your club, give us a shout at SM Athletics, 865-966-3434, online at smathletics.com. The freaks in the chat room didn't agree with my Joey Aguilar take. That's okay. That's all right. I don't need people to agree with me all the time. It's all right. Ryan says, I don't think it's fair to have this discussion without also recognizing that because of Heupel's conservative play calling is why you were kicking a 42-yard game-winning field goal as time expired.
I mean, that's one way to look at it.
Well, I don't. Do you take that as him saying that like he got the conservative play calling got us into field goal range, or that is the reason it was 42 yards? Because I don't know which one it was. I don't know if he meant that as a positive or a negative.
I think he means it as a positive, but well, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say there.
Sam, you said that in your mind, hand holding was like throwing the short, like wide receiver screens and stuff.
Yeah.
How many of those did we run on Saturday? Do you remember at all? Like it didn't feel like
many at all.
It didn't feel like that was in the playbook at all.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this to try to win an argument because enough people said I'm wrong. Whatever, it's fine. But do you know what our first play of the game-winning, the game trying to win the drive was? The trying to win the game drive? Our first drive of the last drive in regulation, our first play. Do you know what that
I'm
play
going to
was?
guess it's going to be a screen pass.
It was a long-ass pass to the sideline. It was like, and at the time, it was so frustrating because it really felt like the only one we ran that entire game. And Aguilar threw it like 30 yards to the far hash.
You
and
said
we gained
which drive? I want to go back
and we gained like 2 yards.
It could just be Josh having PTSD from the last 2 years,
I
like
think
that
that's completely
slowly
fair.
just creeping back in. Of like maybe he hasn't accepted fully the fact that he's got a great quarterback. Like he's still working through what that feels like again. He's like, oh, I remember how it was with Hooker, and now I've got that again. But I want to protect him, and I don't know. I mean, maybe he's having flashbacks or something.
Because that play's been very annoying. I don't like the long wide receiver screens, and I don't feel like we ran very many at all in that game. But I do know that the first play of our last drive was a far hash throw screen pass that got us like 2 yards. That in real time felt like it was going to get intercepted because of how long it was in the air.
I hate those balls that just hang.
Looks like they checked into it too as I'm watching it back.
I won't pretend like I was paying too close attention to like what the play was or what the process was, but that was the first play of the drive.
I mean, because sometimes those are 30-yard passes.
This one was far left hash all the way to the far right outside the numbers. This one was every bit of 30 yards in the air.
The field is 50 yards wide. Like, people forget how long some of those receiver screens are sometimes, and when they just hang like that, I do hate that play. But
because I remember being in the stadium thinking that just ruined my vibes because that plays back, and that means they are shook and they are not very confident in this drive right here.
Kitzelman with a bad drop on the next
play.
They
tried to throw a short, easy pass to Kitzelman. Now the next play, and this Sam kind of went back to what I was saying, like about when we fell behind and you had to throw the ball down the field because 3rd and 8, game on the line. They did finally run a real play, and Staley runs a beautiful route, and they hit a pretty easy out route for about 14 yards to get the drive started. That was nice. That was beautiful. But I think that drive being started with that terrible ass screen pass, I think helped set my narrative as well. But again, don't want to fully rehash and argue about it. Britt says, glad one of you is celebrating Big Orange Friday. Britt, wrong. All 4 of us are celebrating Big Orange Friday. I know the P team maybe isn't on camera at all times. I also have orange on my hat, and I had orange on my hoodie. It just gets hot in here when Cody and Sam and Bubba try arguing with me for an hour and a half, and my blood pressure gets going, and I got to take my hoodie off. I'm celebrating Big Orange Friday.
Are you guys all white? Bubba, what color's your shirt? I can't see you behind. Oh, there you go. Bubba's orange. I feel like you got to have an orange shirt. Maybe that's just me.
You got to have an orange shirt to celebrate Big Orange Friday?
Yeah, maybe that's just me. I don't mean to gatekeep
There's
Big
been
Orange
plenty
Friday,
of times
but
that you showed up in gray and you claim that your orange is on your hat.
Well, I'm not saying I never have.
Don't try to, just because you got an orange shirt on now, try to gatekeep Big Orange Friday.
I'm not saying I've never, I've missed a few Big Orange Fridays, but I just feel like, Big Orange, you want to look like Big Orange.
Yeah.
And I look big and orange.
I don't necessarily disagree, and if it was a big game, I'd probably have orange on, but it's UAB, so I grabbed the white T-shirt that just got out of the dryer and put it on.
Oh, yeah.
And grabbed me a hat, and I got a hoodie, but like I said, it's hot in here right now, so I ain't got the hoodie on.
Yeah, it is hot in here. It'd be nice if we had the air conditioner
I already pumped it down to 70. It was already on. Ain't much I could do.
Yeah, these lights.
I turned it up to 70.
The one lights ain't supposed to be on.
Yeah, it's the light.
The one lights ain't supposed to be on. There we go. That's a little bit better.
That'll help a little bit.
I don't know how it looks on the screen or whatever, but
probably pretty good.
We talked a lot about Joey Aguilar. We talked a lot about Tennessee and their offense. I don't expect us to have any real talking points coming out of the UAB game unless David Sanders plays, right? Like, it's pretty much like, of course, injury. We always got to throw that out there. These games, you just want to stay healthy. But, like, outside of David Sanders playing and either looking the parts and looking better than we expected or looking terribly, I don't know offensively what we could really be talking about.
Well, the only thing you can be talking about is bad stuff.
Okay.
The only thing that's going to generate any conversation is going to be bad, because otherwise it's just going to be, you're going through the motions, run of the mill, dominant performance.
I don't think Joey can change any of the conversation around him, again, especially even, positively. But hell, even if he threw 3 interceptions against UAB, I don't think it would change the conversation I have about him just because I saw him do – well, I just saw him do it against Georgia. I've seen him take care of the ball in big games, assuming that the 3 interceptions, Cody, don't lead to, like, Tennessee losing or being in a dogfight. But if he throws 3 interceptions, Tennessee still wins, I think I would still kind of have, plenty of confidence in him moving forward. But, Brooks Austin had him ranked as the second best quarterback, which I don't know how I feel about. That seems high to put him at number 2, but it also might seem fair. I don't know. But my larger points about the quarterbacks in college, I do think we have a quarterback problem in college. When Sam's like, hey, stop using Josh Allen, stop using Patrick Mahomes, I'm like, hey, I kind of have to, because I don't think we have any guys in college that don't get their hand held at times. I think we very rarely have those guys that get full reign of an offense. Now, every now and then you do, especially if they're at, big talented schools with big talented rosters and their first-round picks and whatnot. But,
well, they're also just college kids, at the end of the day.
Yes and no. I think there's enough now that are 22, 23, 24 that I don't feel like it's as...
Well, I mean, they're either grad. I mean, they might be grads.
Right, but I'm just saying, to call Joey Aguilar a college kid, you're right, but, he's not what I consider a college kid. When I hear college kid, I think of some of the sophomores we have running around here at 19 or 20 that ain't got really much of a clue. But 23, 24, you are in college, yes, but, I don't view you the same as what I would consider, quote, a college kid.
Yeah, well, that's fair, but I think that you've got a lot of really good quarterbacks in college football right now, and it's just strategy. Like sometimes you'll see coaches be more conservative, but like people were pointing out, I mean, this has been a thing with Heupel since back in the UCF days. So I mean, people have been critiquing him for him getting conservative late in games for many years.
I think it's led to the quarterback prospect in the NFL maybe not being as good. Now, Jaden Daniels is kind of an outlier there, but outside of that, have we been putting out good young quarterbacks? Maybe we have. Maybe I'm just thinking of Caleb Williams not being that guy.
I mean, the whole talk last year was how good the rookies were. Bonix, Penix.
I think with
Drake May.
Well, Drake May, okay.
And then Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. Was the last quarterback, was last year's rookie class not kind of viewed as successful?
I think Bo Nix and Daniels were for sure. I think with May, people were positive on him. I think Williams was a big miss. Penix, I didn't think had enough reps to really say one way or the other. He played 6 games, but you are right that they had overall had a good reputation.
Well, I feel like all of those teams like their quarterback right now. I mean, if you're the Bears, you're probably but I don't know necessarily that that's Caleb Williams.
I think Falcons fans still like Michael Penix, but I would like to see his progression. I haven't been impressed with him the first 2 weeks, especially on Sunday night against that Vikings team. I didn't think he played very well there.
The Patriots are also probably kind of but that's more so because they're the Patriots. They're a losing organization in today's NFL football. I know it sounds weird because they used to be the standard, but they just, since Brady left, I mean, they just suck now.
Yeah, maybe the 24 class gets them back on track. I guess maybe I'm thinking of the Trevor Lawrence type of players, the Trevor Lawrence type of class, the Mac Joneses, those first-round quarterbacks that all came out were pretty terrible and weren't ready. But
I mean, Trevor Lawrence is still a starting quarterback.
No, he is, but he's kind of a bottom third starting quarterback.
Yeah.
On that quarterback breakdown, though, I do think it's fair. The top 2 were John Mateer and Joey Aguilar, and it goes along with the experience thing we talk about and the age thing. Both those guys are older.
I think you got a pretty good crop of college quarterbacks this year, better than last year's.
You think so?
I do, yeah. I mean, who were your top quarterbacks last year? Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders?
Okay, if you're saying better than last year, okay. Yeah, maybe that's fair.
I'm saying
I'd have to go back and think about last year in terms of the other quarterbacks.
I think Carson Beck's playing really damn well.
Carson Beck is playing really damn well.
He might be your Heisman front runner or close to it.
He's in the mix for sure.
And then, between Aguilar, I think Georgia likes what they saw with Gunnar Stockton. Be hard not to. He should probably be in the mix for the Heisman. That damn throw he made, that could be his Heisman moment. Mateer.
I think outside of those guys, though, I think with how disappointing all the other guys have been, that that statement caught me by surprise.
I just think there's more depth. I think there's a lot of good quarterbacks. I don't know if you have any, future standout NFL stars. It's hard to project that.
Probably throw Sawyer Robertson in there. He's been pretty good through the first, month.
Outside of 3 guys on Brooks's top 10 there, they're all veteran quarterbacks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mateer, Aguilar, Beck, Taylon Green, Robertson.
I mean, Arch got to be the loser of the year so far.
Yeah, him and Lagway. I mean, Lagway was in top 5 conversations.
Yeah, but
Lagway's at the point now where I really do think there's a higher than not chance that this is his last game of the season on Saturday.
But Lagway didn't have 50% of the expectations that Arch does. That's what's disappointing for Arch.
Yeah.
Is that there's nothing he can really do about that. That's his last name. But based on what people wanted him to be and what he is, he's clearly the biggest loser of the year so far.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Klubnik also has lit some money on fire, but Lagway, like I said, I do think it's probably a 50-50 proposition that this is his last game, and I'd maybe even go a little bit higher than 50-50 just when you look at he's been dealing with injuries what feels like for 6 months now. Ever since their spring ball, he was dealing with injuries.
Even last season.
Yeah, last season. Then, there's oh, he's actually not even throwing right now. And you're like, what? Yeah, if the season was tomorrow, would he be ready to play? It's well, the season's not tomorrow. We got 2 weeks left. It's just been a nagging injury after nagging injury. And then when you look at the way that season seems headed, and when you get to this 4-game redshirt threshold, if they lose and they're 1-3 and they lose to Miami, I'm DJ Lagway. I am hitting the red shirt. I'm hitting the portal, and I'm trying to get healthy and get myself a better situation.
You think he's just going to shut it down?
I think you got to, man. If you're hurt, get healthy and keep your year of eligibility. I don't think that's selfish at that point.
No, I mean, I don't. Not if you're hurt. I don't.
He's been hurt. He's been hurt, like Sam said, since last year. I mean, it's been nagging. It's been, it's been a constant conversation with him.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be surprised if the guy just shut it down, though. If he just said, hey, guys, I'm not playing the rest of the year.
I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of those Florida players did it after the 4th game.
Well,
especially if they lose.
Well, they're going to lose, and the administration might just shut it down for them.
There's some people saying that's why they're trying to keep Napier long enough to get through this threshold where they can get them played and make them play for him. And then whenever they get past that threshold, okay, now we're going to fire Napier. Now we'll go ahead and do it. Sorry, you lost your eligibility.
Yeah, this could be the year.
We'll look ahead at the weekend that's coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Carnes High School running back Cameron George. George led Carnes to a 24-21 win over Clinton last week. George carried 31 times for 249 yards and 2 touchdowns as the Beavers improved to 2-2 on the season. Carnes High School's Cameron George, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby, and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball that scored points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players in helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer,
we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey.
Here, here!
Friday Night Lights are back, and that means so is the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Join me, Tim Hill, a.k.a. Vols Tim 85, and my crew every Friday night starting at 9:30 p.m. Live action, live calls, and all of the biggest talking points in East Tennessee high school football. It's the Friday Night Scoreboard Show presented by SM Athletics right here on Fan Run Radio, 1340 AM, the free Fan Run app, and streaming live on YouTube on Fan Run TV.
Hey, folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
Our friends over at VIP Play. You can take advantage of your welcome bonus by using the promo code FANRUN, all caps. FANRUN, all caps. Bet $20 and you get $100 in bonus bets. If you haven't signed up for VIP Play yet, go and do it. Support the people who support us. Make me look good. Help me get some of this money. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-889-9789. Shout out to VIP Play. Download it. Use the promo code FANRUN, all caps. Come on, man, please. They're doing a sweepstakes right now for Arkansas tickets. For more details, go to VIP Play's app and learn about it. They've posted about it on social media. If you're looking for some free tickets, enter the sweepstakes. You might just win. All right, Cody, how are your picks last week?
Well, my only real pick last week, I didn't have time to get to most of mine, but was Alabama covering against Wisconsin, in which they did. They came out and made a statement against Wisconsin. So my other picks, I feel like I've been pretty good this year. I'm kind of just sticking to what I know, which is the SEC, the teams I'm familiar with, the programs I'm familiar with. I don't venture out too much. I don't do a lot of over-unders unless it's something that I just feel real strong about. I don't do a lot of other conferences. I like betting with these SEC teams. That's where I find my success.
You like running the damn ball.
Yeah, sure. Run the damn ball. It's football.
Don't need to get outside your wheelhouse, Cody.
No. So, if you want to go with my picks, I mean, you can. Like I said, I feel like it's been a pretty successful year. All I'll tell you today is I think Oklahoma is going to hammer Auburn. Now, that line's 7.5. I think they're going to cover that. That's just me. I think Missouri's going to hammer South Carolina, whether Sellers plays or doesn't play. I feel good about that one. And I think Miami is going to absolutely beat the hell out of Florida. I'd take all three of those teams to cover. I think those are three blowouts, but that's where I'm at.
Good pick, Cody. Good pick. Hello, Cody.
Hello.
Are you still mad at me, Cody? You haven't returned my texts, my emails, nothing. Are you still mad? Can we not let bygones be bygones? Come on, Cody.
You email?
Yeah, try to. Sent from my phone. Come on, you haven't talked to me all week. Are you still mad?
Well, you attacked me last week. You physically assaulted
me verbally.
Well,
tit for tat.
Sticks and stones.
I was just giving you a little jab. It was Money Monster. Are you familiar with the concept of a joke? Do you know joke?
Yeah, I see two over there.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was doing last week when I said that about your face. I didn't mean that. It was just
Let's let bygones be bygones. You make fun of my face. I eat you. I try to bite your neck off. It's okay.
Okay, well, physical violence is never the answer, okay? That's not how we do things here in America.
Okay, well, Money Monster, 2-2. 2-2 last week, although the Money Monster's guarantee. It tasted good. I wanted money line, but Tennessee plus 4.5. That was so much money. Thank you. Thank you, the Money Monster now. 19-6 on the season. 19-6. Money Monster raking in the money. And you know what we're going to do today? Pop quiz. Do you know what we're going to do today?
I don't know.
We're going to make some money.
Okay. Peso, dinero.
U.S. dollar.
Oh. Really?
U.S. dollar only. Don't buy the propaganda. The U.S. dollar is still very strong. America first.
When did you first come to America?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, fat boy. Memphis has been very kind to the Money Monster. Unlike that loser. Unlike that bitch, Lane Kiffin.
Whoa.
Memphis has been very kind to the Money Monster. And I'm going back to my friends, the Tigers. I love the Tiger blood. Did you watch the Charlie Sheen documentary? He talked a lot about Tiger blood.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen. He said he had tiger blood.
He's going to hell. I'll see him soon.
You ever party with him?
No. He does weird stuff. He likes boys. I like girls. Memphis plus 7.5 against Arkansas.
Have you ever smoked crack?
Excuse me?
Charlie Sheen, in that documentary, they were talking about how he turned to crack use.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever smoked crack? Have you ever tried that?
No, crack is whack. Crack is whack. You know who else is whack? The Arkansas Razorbacks, who scored so many damn points last week because Lane Kiffin, again, bitch, could not play any defense. He killed the Money Monsters under, just like he killed their minus 7.5 against Kentucky last week. I hate Lane Kiffin, but I love Memphis. The Memphis Tigers plus 7.5. I actually think the Memphis Tigers might win, Cody, if you want to bet the money line.
You think the Memphis Tigers are going to beat Arkansas?
Yeah. Does that make you sad, Arkansas boy? Little piggy? Does that make you sad? Little Razorback piggy? Oink, 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 oink.
No, it doesn't make me sad. I'm not a fan of the Razorbacks.
Do you like Badgers?
Badgers?
Yeah, like those two over there, the Badgers. They badger me nonstop.
I like cheese.
That was a bad one. That was no good joke by Money Monster. But do you like the Wisconsin Badgers?
I like cheese curds and beer. I'll say that.
I hate the Wisconsin Badgers, which is why I'm taking the Turtles. Give me the Maryland Terrapins plus 10.5 against Wisconsin.
I like it.
This is my turtle impression. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Next pick that the Money Monster likes is Louisiana Lafayette minus 2 point. You get it? Turtles are slow.
Yeah,
That's why it's a turtle impression. The Raging Cajuns minus 2.5 against Eastern Michigan. I like the Raging Cajuns. They win big. Big, 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 big.
You're getting a call, Money
Someone's
Monster.
calling the Money Monster. I hope it's the bank telling me they got more money. Do you like weed?
Not a big weed guy, but I've partaken before.
More of the meth guy?
Well,
You like the meth?
not a big meth guy
Well,
either.
you are big and you like meth. You're a big meth guy.
Big meth guy.
Yeah, I seen your legs. Ooh, gross. Anybody seen this guy's legs? Ooh.
Well, those are fire ant bites.
Do you like weed?
I have a
Yes or no?
I have a similar bite
Do you
on my
like
neck.
Doritos and Mountain Dew Code Red and playing some Halo? Do you like that or not?
Yeah.
Well, when I think of weed, I think of Colorado.
Oh, beautiful Colorado.
You know, if you keep doing meth and keep drinking all the Code Red Mountain Dew, you might lose part of your foot, like Deion Sanders. You better be very careful. He had to have foot almost all the way amputated.
Diabetes will get you.
I like Colorado this weekend to score some points. But the problem is they have no defense, Cody. Colorado's defense not very good. Do you know what that means?
Take the over.
I like the over. You're learning, Tubby. You're learning. Good job. Over 44.5 points. Wyoming at Colorado. Should I do fifth pick? To make sure I don't go 2-2 again. I've gone 2-2 2 weeks in a row.
Well,
I can't go 2-2 if I pick 5.
No, but you could go 2-3. It's a big risk. Risk, reward.
Yeah,
you know.
become loser of the week. If 2-2 is okay, as
Money
long as you
Monster.
get your guarantee.
Yeah, you've never lost. I mean, Money
I've
Monster
never
never
lost.
loses.
19-6 by my count.
It's either win or break even. You know.
19-6 by my count. 2-2, 2-2, 4-0, but with a parlay that was worth 11 wins. So that's 18-6 by my count.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how they count it, but
That's how I count. I don't know about you. I don't care about you. Well, do you want fifth pick or not?
well, I'd like one. Yeah,
Give me Syracuse plus 16.
Syracuse.
16.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What are you doing for Halloween?
Is this Halloween?
It's a holiday coming up next month. It's about a month away. We dress up and
You dress up?
yeah.
What'd you dress up like last year?
Well, a monster.
What'd you dress up like year before?
Oh, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Last year? 2 years ago, you were SpongeBob?
A couple years ago.
Ah, you're a liar. You don't dress up. I see everything.
Do you like SpongeBob?
He likes weed. He likes weed. We hang out in Colorado. We smoke weed sometimes. Me and SpongeBob. Okay, Memphis plus 7.5. The Tiger Blood. Give me Maryland plus 10.5. The Raging Cajuns. Can you make Raging Cajun sound for me?
I'm Coach O. I love Cajun food. I like a good Cajun woman and andouille sausage.
Okay, that's good. I like that. I was going to do something that might have got Money Monster canceled. Cancel culture is out here rampant right now.
Yeah.
See?
Is that a Cajun?
I don't know. I don't know what Cajun is, but I feel like, do they not have Native American on helmet? Am I wrong on that? Is it not Native American?
Oh, I don't know about that, but
Am I wrong? Does Money Monster wrong? Do they not have do they not have Native American imaging?
it's quite possible. But
I don't know.
That could get you canceled.
Light up a ball, smoke some weed. Wyoming, Colorado, over 44. I gotta go. See you. Bye.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court-martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw Premium Vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Braves and Tigers starting tonight. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network morning update.
Get clean car happy all season long at Tidal Wave with exclusive membership discounts, giveaways, and more. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information.
The last road series of the year gets started tonight as the Braves travel up north. They're taking on the Detroit Tigers at Comerica Park. 3-game set coming your way. Bryce Elder gets the ball today. He is 7-10 as a 5.56 ERA and 118 strikeouts. Of course, the Braves coming off the 4-game sweep over the Nationals. That's their first 4-game sweep over the Nationals/Expos franchise ever. They are winners of 5 straight. Let's hope they keep the hot streak going up there in the Motor City. For leadoff show coverage on the Braves Radio Network coming your way at 5:25, 4:25 Central, and first pitch with Darren and Ben against those Detroit Tigers, 6:40 Eastern, 5:40 Central. And, of course, you can hear all of the action right here on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together. At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw Premium Vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
Round 3.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Let's hit some Hour 3 headlines. What you got, Big Mac?
Thanks, John. The murder in the 2006 witness murder case, the killing of Miami's Brian Pata. Remember that? 2006, Brian Pata.
Is this the Miami football player that killed his teammate?
Yeah.
Yep.
You remember.
Wasn't it Aaron Hernandez?
No,
that was a much different time.
Are you mixing up Aaron Hernandez?
No, I'm not.
That was
not, Maddie.
That was Florida, Maddie. Maddie, you're.
No, I'm aware who Aaron Hernandez. I'm just trying to make sure you're not, disgracing the city of Miami.
A real Canes fan would know about this story.
A player killed his damn teammate, Maddie. There's an iconic picture.
Yeah.
There's an iconic picture of like them having his face on like a flag
on the field,
like a mural on the flag, and the guy that ended up killing him is sitting there like praying over it. Like
you're making this up.
Everyone's
false.
You don't know about this?
I don't know.
I've never heard of this.
Is he messing with us, or are you a real Miami fan, or are you just
This
from
is
Miami?
a joke. You're joking. Is
this a bit?
Do you think we're just doing a bit
Is
here?
he doing a bit?
Are you doing a bit?
Am I doing a bit?
We're all doing a bit.
I'll tell you about a important detail of the story here.
Go ahead.
Florida prosecutors have repeatedly told a court that a key witness in their murder case against the Canes football player accused in the 2006 killing was dead. They thought the witness was dead. However, with the long-delayed murder trial of Rashawn Jones only weeks from its scheduled start in Miami's, ESPN reporters have found this witness. They knocked on an apartment door in Louisville, Kentucky recently and found the witness, Paul Connor, alive.
So the prosecutors want to talk to him, but just thought he was dead?
Yeah, they thought that this guy was dead for all these years, and ESPN tracked him down. ESPN reporters found the guy. I don't know why. I don't know why ESPN was tasked with doing this.
Took us this long to figure out this guy's still alive?
Yeah, I don't know if he was off the grid or that. So
I mean, it took a long time for them to arrest the teammate, though, to know that the teammates to have a good idea at least that the teammate was the one that killed him. I mean, this happened in 2006. So I mean, it's been a long time.
The witness told ESPN he wasn't aware that anyone from Miami was looking for him and said he rarely leaves his apartment.
Hell, Maddie was barely alive in 2006. No wonder he ain't never heard of this.
Barely? I wouldn't say barely.
Barely. I mean, 2 or 3.
There's 3.
Running around as a damn toddler, at least.
I had a Canes bib on at 3 years old.
I can understand your family not wanting you to see that the Hurricanes are murderers. Killers.
Lenore Sellers is now probable for the game this weekend.
Does that change your pick?
No.
Of Missouri money line?
Not a bit. Not a bit. Missouri is a better football team.
Are we rooting for anybody in that game, Sam?
I feel like you should be rooting for South Carolina in that game.
Yeah.
I think Missouri is a sneaky team in the SEC right now.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree. I think I'm rooting for South Carolina in that game.
Kind of got an easy schedule, really, really good running back, and Perbulo looks pretty good too.
Missouri very good at home since the 2023 season. Last 2 years they haven't. I don't believe they've lost at home. So they're.
Damn, they beat the hell out of the Raging Cajuns.
Yeah.
Other SEC quarterback news: Austin Simmons.
What's the mascot of a Raging Cajun? What's the mascot there?
I think it's got something. It's got some like Native American caricature in the helmet.
I remember when we played them for basketball, it was something weird.
You'd think it'd just be a screaming guy in a swamp. The guy just.
I know what Sam said is accurate, and I am a little afraid of Missouri, but
maybe a bowl of gumbo, jambalaya.
I guess I just watched I really only paid attention to like the first quarter and a half of that Kansas game, and it felt like they should have lost to Kansas. Now they ended up winning by 11, so I mean they got it together.
Yeah, you watched the worst part of that.
Yeah, I did only watch the worst part of it.
They did look terrible early on.
Yeah,
but then they dominated the whole game.
Their mascot is cayenne. It's like a pepper. They've just got a big pepper.
Okay,
or a big angry looking.
I don't think that has anything to do with Native Americans.
Well, he's hot and he's angry.
Well, okay, maybe it does then.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been confused on it. Never mind.
So it's an angry red pepper?
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt, maybe I just saw red.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's move on. Ole Miss quarterback Austin Simmons unlikely to play this weekend.
No. Hold on just a second here. What does this look like to you?
That looks like a blank screen that is loading.
What is that?
Well, that looks kind of problematic. It looks like a really mean plantation owner.
Oh, you think that's a plantation owner?
Look
at the hair. Look at the hair and the skin tone.
The hair, I mean, okay, but I rarely see a Native American wearing a hat like that. If you're saying that's a Native American guy, why would he have that hat on? That looks like some kind of old South mean-looking dude.
Okay.
To me. But
is this what you pulled up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's back in the day, maybe.
But Cody said that was like plantation owner. Did you get plantation owner from that or Native American?
Well, what's with the hat?
I think I get more plantation owner vibes than Native American.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah.
When do you ever see a Native American wearing a hat?
Well, to me, it's the jet black hair and the skin tone.
I see that, but the hat. What's the deal with the hat? Because I never once in my life have I seen a Native American with a hat on.
Okay.
Have you?
The first Raging Cajun
headdress.
mascot was Cajun Man. This was protested by African-American activists who resented the association of the multiracial and ethnic university with a white ethnicity.
That sounds like a lot of word salad there.
That was a lot of word salad.
Cajun had once been used as a nasty racial slur. Let's move on. Anyways.
They had a way cooler mascot, Cajun Chicken.
Yeah.
I think you're trying to go for like maybe they were wronging the Native Americans, but I think it was probably just black people.
Well, I'm not even saying they were wrong or right. I just, for some reason, I'm picturing like Native American stuff as their mask, as like their logo years in the past. Like,
are you thinking of Arkansas State?
No,
because they used to be the Indians.
Cole wants to know if you're thinking of Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Do they have Native American stuff?
They had feather native imagery until 2006 NCAA ruling.
Then, yep, that is exactly what I'm thinking of.
You're just on the wrong side of the state.
I'm just on the wrong school. Shout out to Cole. Thank you, Cole. That is exactly what I was thinking. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, well, speaking of Cajuns, Tulane, also in Louisiana, they're playing Ole Miss this weekend. Austin Simmons, unlikely to contribute against Tulane for Ole Miss. Which, hey, that's not a give-me opponent. I mean, it's a pretty decent team, Tulane.
Their backup looked pretty solid last week, though, too.
Yeah, he did. Chambliss.
Cool name.
Trinidad Chambliss. Yeah. Ole Miss, that's a sneaky, tough game, I think, for them.
Kiffin beats the hell out of these teams.
Tulane? Tulane. This ain't UL Monroe they're playing.
Yeah, Kiffin just beats the hell out of these teams, though, doesn't he?
I don't know that
didn't we already
is one of these teams.
Didn't we do this once already with Tulane and Mississippi?
Well, I think this is similar to Arkansas playing Memphis. Like, I don't think this is one of these teams as in like Tulane's they're going to put up a fight. You think it's just going to be an ass whipping?
I lean towards it being more of an ass whipping than it being a loss. Or even a close game. Like I'd lean towards ass whipping there.
I mean, the line's 13.5, so I guess that would speak to.
Did they not play Tulane a couple years ago, and we have the whole thing where they were like, "Oh, it's going to be a close one," and they won like 37. Yeah, they won 37-20 down in Tulane in 2023.
Okay, well, that score doesn't scream to me like. I mean, it's dominant, but it's not. I don't know. I guess I was thinking you're saying like they're going to just beat them 58-7 or something.
Which, to be fair to Tulane, I remember watching that game, and it was pretty close for most of it. But then, yeah, Ole Miss beat them 20-3 in the fourth quarter.
Tulane is 3-0. They beat Northwestern by 20. They beat Duke. They're 3-0. I think they'll put up a fight.
Yeah, they did beat Duke. Okay.
I'm not going to say Ole Miss got their hands full, but I don't think it's going to be easy.
You think Tulane covers? You think they keep it within 14?
I think they could. Yeah, I think they will.
Okay.
I'd take Tulane plus 13.5.
Okay,
but that's just me. Well, some big news yesterday on the college football scheduling front. The SEC.
Maybe Kevin doesn't dominate these games. He lost to Kentucky last year. Maybe this is a team that could get them. Maybe I'm giving Lane too much credit just because of that final score I remember from 37-20. But hell, it was tied in the fourth quarter. So
the SEC is set to reveal the permanent opponents for the new 9-game format.
I'm glad we finally hit this.
Tuesday,
it's coming. I got it on good authority that Tennessee is getting their wish. Tennessee fans, if you're hoping for, Alabama, Kentucky, Vandy. I've heard that you're going to get your way there.
Oh, spoiler alert.
That's what I've heard.
Spoiler alert.
That's what I've heard. I've heard that it is set to announce, and I'd imagine it probably leaks before Tuesday's big TV event. But I've heard that it's going to be Alabama, Kentucky, Vanderbilt.
Preserving the great traditions of this conference.
But what about Florida? What about Florida? I still want to play Florida.
Well, it's what we talked about during the discussion was like, you got to keep both sides in mind. And I don't think we're a top 2 rivalry for Florida. I think LSU and I think Georgia are bigger rivals to them than we are.
I wouldn't say that.
The kid from Miami is going to come here and tell me about the SEC.
Well, here's the thing. Miami is a bigger rival than anybody in the
that's
SEC
fine. We're talking about
so
SEC only.
Yeah, but I would say Florida, just given the fact that they've beat us every year on their home turf since 2003, we're a bigger rivalry. If we were to win this year, it'd be historic.
Maddie, with the fact they've beat us on their home turf every year since 2003, does that not make them probably view us lesser than them, though?
They love it.
I know they love it. I know they love it, but like,
it's the worst town in the world. Have you been to Gainesville?
Yeah. Multiple times.
What do you mean by talent? Ugly women?
There is none of any talent. On the field, off the field, on the side.
You're saying the women are ugly down there?
I'm saying the tropical heat, the trees, the alligators, the disgusting swamp of a place they have.
I almost got bit by a damn alligator down there in 2015. I was drunk walking through campus with no phone trying to get back to my car. I was sleeping in my car.
I ate at the Dairy Queen in Gainesville, Florida once.
I stained my seats. You remember that Hyundai had those stained seats?
Yeah.
It came from that night because my friends rented an RV.
Diarrhea all over them.
No, it wasn't.
What happened?
He pooped all over himself.
No, it was just salt and sweat. Like I was so sweaty from walking back from some bar on campus, and my friends had rented an RV. So there's like 4 or 5 spots in an RV, and I say friends at the time. I really only knew I think one of them at the time. I was going to stay in the RV, but none of them went out because they were wanting to save it for Saturday. I was like, I'm going to do both. So, still kind of my younger days. I was only 25. I was like, I'm going to go out. So I get back finally at like 1 a.m. because the bars close at midnight. That's a whole other thing there. Kind of dangerous, I feel like, just on another tangent. Kind of dangerous, I feel like, to close the bars down at midnight. One of the rowdiest scenes I've seen was leaving Gainesville when the bar closed. Because I honestly feel like at that age, you kind of only start ramping up by the time midnight rolls around. So imagine you get all these boys all hopped up on liquor. You get them feeling good. And then you just say, all right, go out in the wild, everybody at the same time. That's essentially what happened. I saw guys get hit with beer bottles. Some people were throwing beer bottles all over the place. It was a madhouse.
You think that's because they closed at midnight?
Yeah.
You think that would have gotten better if it was at 3 a.m.?
Well, yeah, I think if it's 3 a.m., you have people leave. People leave at different times.
You mean you stagger the...
Yeah, you stagger leaving.
Controlled chaos.
But everybody stays till midnight.
Right. Nobody leaves early at midnight.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Everyone makes it out to that point, and then they close, and it's like, let's just release all these damn gators out at midnight. And like I said, that's right when you're getting hopped up. If you go till 2:30, a lot of people can't hang that long. A lot of people find lovers. They go back to their place. They leave there around. What time do you usually leave, Maddie? What time do you try to get them out?
On a Friday or Saturday.
12:45?
Yeah, a little something like that.
12:45. You get them out of there. But like midnight, they let them all out.
Come on, sweetheart.
What time do you leave?
I don't really stay out that late anymore, Maddie. I got a trained cat back at the house. I got a house cat. I got to get back to.
Sure, she appreciates that.
But
so 9 p.m.
But I walked not quite that early, Manny. But anyways, back to my story.
36 years old, man.
35.
I mean,
35. And
those days are done.
Anytime you want to party, I could do it longer than you and get up and work harder the next day.
How old is
Cody?
How old's the Money Monster? Do we know?
The Money Monster, he just comes and goes. Nobody really knows a lot about his background.
Right.
Birth certificate got lost for sure.
Yeah, there was some issues with a green card and we don't want to get too deep into the Money Monster's background.
When I party, I don't have to call out of work. I get up and I handle my business. But then I get back to the RV.
Are you saying I was partying Tuesday? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying you were still hungover from Saturday. Yes.
Well, no, that's not the case.
And then we all know the Smokies night. I don't want to get back into it. Yeah,
I was
call off the next day.
Right, I didn't call off. I was going to Arkansas that day.
And you said you wanted to call off because you wanted to stay out late and party.
Yeah, but I did that ahead of time.
Yes.
I didn't call out because I was hungover. That didn't happen.
No, you called off because you knew you would be hungover.
No, I called out because I was going to Arkansas the next day,
Anyways,
and it was easier to
what
not
everyone
have
say,
to
brother.
come here and do this 7 a.m. show hungover.
Yeah, I don't want to rehash it because you can't.
When
do it.
I was
exactly.
in the car all day.
Exactly. But then I get to the RV, Sam, and people had the spots.
Damn annoying.
The people had the spots all taken up. So then I didn't want to wake anybody up at 1 a.m. So my car was parked next to the RV. So I just laid in the front seat and went to sleep there. And I was so sweaty.
You didn't even not a single call.
My phone was dead. My phone was dead. My phone was dead. And I didn't want to start. I opened the RV and I looked in the bed I was supposed to be in. Somebody was already there. So I wasn't going to be like, hey, move. That's my spot. I didn't know those people good enough. So I just slept in the car. And I stained my seat.
You could have gotten into the RV. You got into the RV.
Yeah. But there was no beds.
About sleeping on the floor.
I'd rather sleep in my car than sleep on the floor.
That hard. No, he's not. It doesn't work like that.
Would you not rather sleep in your car than on the floor?
I think I might.
Did you sleep in the passenger seat?
No, I slept in the driver's seat.
Why wouldn't you lay down in the back seat?
Because it's a little Sonata. I can't lay down in the back
fat.
seat. I'm a big boy, Matty.
He's 280 pounds, Matty.
I don't know. I feel like I probably would have opted for the floor, maybe.
I think I opened the door and I feel like I saw people laying there, and I was like, I got to close the door and not wake anybody up. Because, like I said, I didn't really know them that well. I didn't want to be the drunk guy messing up their night.
Where's that car today?
My sister maybe. I still have it. I don't drive it.
Still stained?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it stained the seats. Like there's just sweat stains all in my my driver's seat because of it. Almost got eaten by a damn alligator that night too. So I've been to Gainesville, Matty. Point being, A, you are right, it's a terrible town. But B, we're not one of their biggest rivals.
They're certainly a bigger rival to us than Kentucky is.
Yes, but we're not a bigger rival to Kentucky, or we're not a bigger rival to Florida than we are to Kentucky. We're Kentucky's biggest SEC rival.
Matty, off the top of your head, how many times do you think Tennessee's beaten Kentucky in football? Just throw a number out there.
I'm going to say 38.
Okay, add about 50 to that.
We've been playing football.
85 times Tennessee's beaten Kentucky.
You could say the same about Florida, though.
That Tennessee's beaten Florida?
No, Florida's beaten Tennessee.
Nah, it's like 23 to 33 or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a much shorter
23
history.
to 32.
Tennessee and Florida didn't play every year until the 90s.
And like I said, we're Kentucky's number one rivalry. We're Vanderbilt's number one rivalry. I personally think at best we're Florida's number 3.
So pathetic. What horrible programs.
Well, they are, but it's good for Tennessee.
This is a great draw because you get two of the worst programs in the SEC traditionally, although Vandy's.
And it's about preserving tradition, That's what you always got to go back on at the end of the day.
You get two of the worst programs, and Alabama is probably going to be down next year when they're looking for a new coach.
In a landscape of college football where everything's changing, it's nice to have some constants with Kentucky and Vanderbilt.
You do have to protect tradition. I do agree with you there, Sam. But like Alabama, not the same Alabama, obviously, as 10 years ago, of 10 years ago. Like they're still good, but they're not. I wouldn't even call them a top 3 program.
It's the best
for the
draw
4 or
you
5
could
years.
probably get. Like if we look at every other SEC team's draw, we'll see who's similar. There might be some others that get a similar good draw, but it'd be hard to beat Vandy and Kentucky, even though you do still play Alabama. It's a nice draw. Also, Grant Williams invested $1.5 million yesterday in Tennessee athletics and academics.
VFL, how about that? He gave $750,000 to the basketball program, $500,000 to the business school, and $250,000 to the Lady Vols softball team. Is that right?
Yep. He likes Karen Weekly. He's got a good relationship with the softball team.
Plus, his girlfriend is
I was going to say, isn't he dating one of the former players?
Yeah, is it Kiki Milloy? Is that her name?
Malloy.
She was one of our best players we've had. And last I saw, they were dating earlier this year. I think they posted on vacation together. So I guess flexing for her a little bit. If I'm Kim Caldwell, I'm like, hey, come on, guy, can't give me a little bit too? I thought you loved Tennessee basketball. Come on.
If I'm Josh Heupel, I'm going into the coach's break room. I'm saying, this is mine. I'm taking all this money.
He doesn't have a lisp. Come on,
give me the $1.5 million.
That's crazy.
I'm taking all this money.
Damn top 5 coach in the country, and that's how you're talking.
I'm taking every bit of it.
Sounds like Mike Tyson.
That's sad. Yeah, he's got him sound like Mike Tyson. That's sad. That's sad you do that to him.
I'm saying I want him to take the money. I want it to go to the football program.
I think if I'm him,
all the money.
I think if I'm him, I'm getting on the phone with Peyton Manning. Be like, hey, these damn spam calls.
You ever think about putting it on vibrate?
It should be. I don't know why it's not.
Answer.
Taking all this money. Give me your lunch too, Karen.
Hello.
Taking your lunch, Karen.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, you're live on radio. What's up?
Good morning. My name is.
Good morning. You're live.
Updated Medicare policies.
Medicare. Okay.
This guy's so old, he's getting Medicare calls.
Okay. Well, I'm on the radio. I got to go. I'm sorry. I'm on the radio.
What's next? AARP?
The thing is, it doesn't bother me. I don't care.
Give me a sack lunch.
35 years old. Oh, God.
36.
35.
I want you a sack lunch.
35.
Oh, yeah, it's just a joke. That's why I said it. It's just a joke.
Doesn't bother me. Not funny.
I think the audience is snickering. I can hear the snickers.
Okay. Any other headlines?
Nope.
All right, Sam, send us a break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
It's football time in Tennessee, so crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Built for bonfires, backyards, and beating Bama. Garage Beer is proud to be brewed right here in the Volunteer State. So pick up a 12-pack today and look for the drive celebrating Football Fridays at select Garage Beer headquarters around town this fall. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed Garage Beer. 100% beer-flavored beer.
Friday Night Lights are back, and that means so is the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Join me, Tim Hill, a.k.a. Vols Tim 85, and my crew every Friday night starting at 9:30 p.m. Live action, live calls, and all of the biggest talking points in East Tennessee high school football. It's the Friday Night Scoreboard Show presented by SM Athletics right here on Fan Run Radio, 1340 AM, the free Fan Run app, and streaming live on YouTube on Fan Run TV.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hey, Pack Rat. Yeah, you. Are you moving cross-country and you just don't know who to call? Call us right now. Listen, you've probably seen one of our containers in your neighborhood, but did you know that we can help you move anywhere in the United States? It's real simple. We'll drop a container off at the location you tell us to bring it to. You pack up your valuable possessions at your leisure. They stay safe right in your home. And when you're ready, call us. We'll come and pick up the container and give you a scheduled date of when your furniture and the other possessions will be at your new home. So if you're moving across country or across town, be a Pack Rat. Join the Pack Rat family. Call Pack Rat right now for your free quote. See y'all later, Pack Rats.
Call 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. That's 800-965-1298.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Sam, Cody, either one of you got anything else you want to add about Tennessee UAB? I'm kind of out.
No, I don't know a lot about them other than, they got the Pito quarterback, and Trent Dilfer is a historical figure. and their program got shut down for a while and
Yeah.
then came back.
Yeah.
We played them in the 98 season.
Okay, we don't need a full rundown.
Yep,
Sam,
well,
you got any more
all I got.
intel on the rumors or just about Trent Dilfer in Nashville? You had talked about him being a big jerk. Like, is there any specific thing people talk about with him in Nashville as being a jerk?
I don't have stuff off like the top of my head. I think people think he's kind of fake. I think he kind of puts on a face, and then maybe just some stories that people have had transferring out of that program and some of the stuff that he has going on in the locker room. Just like it wasn't the most ceremonious exit, I think, from Lipscomb to UAB.
It does feel like this might be his last year at UAB. Like it's felt like a bad marriage for them. Tennessee could probably go a long way into kind of getting him out of there.
They've also got the second longest losing streak in college football. I know that, on the road. Second to Kent State.
I want to say that maybe they were kind of far into the playoffs maybe one year, and then he took the job and just kind of left right before they played.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think else about college football in general then? If not, you want to talk some NFL? Like, I think college football, in terms of the games of the week, I mean, is it just kind of Oklahoma? Is Oklahoma Auburn? Is that kind of the one with the most weight? I know Nebraska's trying to end a 27 game losing streak against ranked teams, which seems crazy. I know they're trying to do that. Texas Tech, Utah is a big one at noon if you're looking at just kind of the Big 12 race there.
Yeah, I think the winner of that game is in the driver's seat for Big 12.
Texas Tech, Utah. That's a good one.
Illinois, Indiana is gross, but like that one is kind of I think that one's kind of an elimination game.
Couldn't care less about that game.
No, but I think it's an elimination game for like the third tier Big Ten team trying to sneak into the playoff conversation. Like Illinois has a pretty easy schedule. If they're able to beat Indiana, you almost go ahead and call them damn near a lock to be in the playoff, or at least, you'd have them in a really good position. A lock is obviously far too strong, but you'd look at them and they'd be in prime position to go at least 10-2.
I like that Arkansas-Memphis game. I think that'll be fun.
Okay. Let's switch gears to NFL then. Did anything to report from the Bills-Dolphins? That was a gross game in the sense of the quarterback play was pretty putrid, I would say. Maybe that's extreme to say with Josh Allen out there playing, and Tua's stats don't look good or look that bad or anything, but both Josh Allen and Tua combined to average 1.5 air yards per completion. That's the lowest in a game since they started tracking this back in 2016. Josh Allen only attempted one pass over 10 yards down the field.
I had a feeling last night, and I didn't like having this feeling because I think it might have been racially derived.
Oh, no.
And I know, and it's not something I wanted to feel.
Okay.
But I found myself watching Tua and getting mad at the way he looked because he reminded me of Nico. And I said, that's probably an unfair thought to have, but I couldn't help it. Like, the thought crossed my mind. But I think I decided, I was like, I don't like Polynesian quarterbacks. And then I was like, that may be racist. And so I tried to, stop. I tried to stop thinking it. But I think it's where I landed. I think that's how much I don't like Nico. That it made me not like Tua.
Nico or Polynesian quarterbacks?
Well, see, that's the thing. They're similar.
The guy at Cal seems really good.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are your thoughts on Jaron Kawi Sagapalatule?
Oh, well
he
done.
has no clue about this guy.
No, actually, I know. I've heard a lot about the Cal quarterback being outstanding. I haven't watched him play.
You're going to hate him once you do, I bet.
Does he look like Nico and Tua kind of? But I don't think it's a racial thing against like Polynesians because I like those big like linemen that are Polynesian. So maybe it's not racist.
If we're going to be vulnerable here, when I see Tua, I think about how he should just be wrestling.
Okay, well, that seems way more racist than what I said.
Just put him in the bloodline. I feel like the Usos and Roman Reigns and everybody. That's kind of how I feel when I see him.
You're
It's
just
like
saying they all look alike. I don't. That's,
no, I'm not saying they all look alike. That's what you were saying with Tua and Nico.
You're saying
Tua looks like Nico is what you were saying.
I don't feel so bad now.
You were literally saying that. I'm just saying
that's dangerous rhetoric.
I'm saying when I see the Polynesian quarterbacks and the athletes, I'm like, they look good in wrestling.
They really like those tattoos, don't they?
Well, they do all have the same tattoos.
They like those tattoos.
That Tua does have some bloodline tattoos already. I think that's part of why I was thinking that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you think Tua belongs more in wrestling than like
Tua couldn't wrestle?
Vita Vea?
No, I mean Tua couldn't wrestle. One bad bump and another concussion, he's done for. Tua ain't going to have a wrestling career.
Cody, who's going to have a better NFL career, Tua or Nico?
Tua. It's already done. Like Tua made the NFL and has played some and had some moments. Nico ain't ever going to do anything.
No chance.
Yeah, you can't really bank on him even like ever getting on the field in the NFL at this point.
I think what it was that triggered it is when I watched Tua throw that pick. I was like, what a stupid decision.
Which one?
And I was like, are all these Polynesian quarterbacks just stupid? That was the thought I had because it reminded me of Nico doing something stupid. The one at the end of the game where they're driving. They had a chance to, maybe tie the game.
They always do. They always do have a chance.
Dink and dunk. I found myself wondering when they were going to just trade Tyreek Hill. Like, at what point do they
He
just
looks
say –
so mad on the sideline.
the vibes are bad, and it's not like Tua's not accurate down the field anymore like he used to be. So, like, on part of it, I feel bad for Tua, only in the sense that, like, some of the throws he makes, I feel like if Tyreek Hill was 6'3", like a wide receiver is going to catch him. And this used to work with Tua because he was really, really accurate, and he was hitting those open passes down the field to the speedsters and Waddle and Hill. But, like, now he's a little bit off, and there was one particularly on the sideline that, like, a tall receiver probably catches it, stays in bounds. But instead, Tyreek Hill has to jump, loses his balance, couldn't get his feet down, couldn't catch it.
That was a nice cartwheel he got to do, though, when he got that touchdown.
Yeah, it was.
He got up in the air on that. Like, that was very athletic.
I had a nice same-game parlay in that game that I missed by 1 yard for Tyreek Hill and 1 yard for Devon Achane, who somehow I believe gets credit for 9 catches and only 29 yards. I needed 30 receiving yards. I knew they were going to feed him the ball. I should have just done catches, I guess, instead, because he had 29 yards. I needed 30, and Tyreek Hill had 49. I needed 50. $1 short on both of them. Looking ahead at the NFL this weekend, the Bills are already in the clubhouse at 3-0. Josh Allen, a pretty safe, gross game last night, but the stats end up looking okay. 213 yards, 3 touchdowns, only 6 incompletions. That was just kind of another ho-hum. I'm going to be at the top of the MVP conversation.
12 of the last 15 teams to start 3-0 have made the playoffs.
12 of the last 15?
Just in general, the last 15 NFL teams that have been 3-0.
I feel like you can pencil the Bills into the playoffs, barring like a Josh Allen injury. It does feel like they are going to win that division. It does feel like they're going to be in the playoffs. I would say that stat will continue with them. The question about the other 2-0 teams, though, across the league. You got the Colts traveling to Nashville, the Packers heading to the Browns, the Bengals and Jake Browning heading to the Vikings, Rams and Eagles.
Battle of backup QBs there.
2 teams enter, only 1 leaves at 3-0. The Bucs hosting the Jets.
It could end in a tie.
Chargers hosting the Broncos. Cardinals and 49ers playing each other. I do think for most of these teams, getting out at 3-0 would be a pretty big accomplishment in week 3. I do think so. Like the Packers beating the Browns, yeah, whatever. You could say the Colts beating the Titans is a yeah, whatever, but I feel like the Colts should probably be 1-1 after that 60-yard field goal missed. What's the game of the weekend when I read those off, Cody? Is it Rams-Eagles?
I mean, sounds like it could be.
Because I kind of feel like I'm done watching the Eagles. I feel like I'm done watching the Eagles and the Chiefs.
You're not.
Well, I just don't want to see the Eagles or Chiefs like in our primetime spots anymore. I've seen enough. I acknowledge the Eagles are really good, but like they do not play aesthetically pleasing football. It's a gross game, and the Chiefs.
Bad
so like
news.
your 2 biggest franchises right now, the 2 teams that went to the Super Bowl last year, neither one of them plays very entertaining football. They're both kind of gross to watch. Like the Chiefs are not fun to watch, despite watching Patrick Mahomes run around. They're still not fun to watch. By the way, they're the Sunday Night Football game this weekend.
I thought you appreciated good defense and running the ball.
I do appreciate it. That doesn't mean I want to watch it on TV all the time.
I'm more interested in Broncos-Chargers.
Broncos-Chargers, your game of the weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sell me on that one.
I like what Harbaugh's got rolling over there with Herbert.
Uh-huh.
Can they keep going against a good Broncos defense? I think there's still been a lot of talk just in the offseason on that Broncos team of starting to kind of nip at the heels of the Chiefs a little bit. I feel like you'll kind of see the pecking order of that division throughout this game.
I think if the Broncos lose it, they're really behind the 8 ball.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a huge game for the Broncos. If they go down, 1-2 with a head-to-head loss to the Chargers, and the Chargers are all of a sudden 3-0, I feel like that's a pretty big hole. Like it's
plus the way you lost last week.
Like
that
exactly.
Fashion.
I would say Detroit and Baltimore, but Detroit's not going to go into Baltimore and do anything.
That's Monday night, though. That'll be a good one on Monday night.
Oh, it's just part of the slate.
I don't think
I actually have a good stat about the Lions. I found this guy who's he's a Lions beat reporter, and he makes gambling decisions based off of the moon cycles with the Lions.
Okay. And he has good success doing this?
Yes, he does.
Okay, and what's he say?
The best moons to bet the Lions on are waxing crescents. 4-0 on those last year, 5-1 on them in 2023. They have 6 of those matchups this year. Waning crescents are good for them. They went 4-0 on those last year.
Well, what the hell is it going to be Monday?
Monday, we are getting a waxing crescent. So bet the Lions against the Ravens.
Just to cover.
These are outrights.
Are they
Bad moons are waxing gibbous and full moons. And they lost full moon. If you want some stats already, it was full moon week 1 against the Packers, and they got their ass kicked.
Typically, lions thrive under a full moon because they have more light in the night sky to spot their prey and attack them.
Not according to Mike Payton.
That surprises me.
He calls himself the Moon Man.
Because typically the full moon is good for the lions.
Lions hunt at night?
They do.
Nice. It looks scary.
What, lions?
Yeah, I'm looking at some pictures of them walking up on people at night.
Yeah, they are. They are kind of scary.
Well, even scarier at night.
The biggest predator in the world, other than Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein versus the lion. Who are you taking? Probably the lion. Their manes are so beautiful. I wish I could encounter like a domesticated lion. Just rub his head, you know.
You can go to the zoo,
good boy. Good boy. Good boy. You're such a good boy. You know. He'd be like licking me with his sandpaper tongue just right up my arm. It would be so strong and tough, his tongue, that it would like pull the hide off my arm. Ah! But you'd still kind of like it because he's showing you affection, you know. Just give him a nice head pat.
I guess looking at it, it has to be Rams-Eagles as the marquee matchup. That was a great playoff game last year. That was the team that came closest to knocking off the Eagles. But I got to say, if we're just looking at intriguing games, I think I'm intrigued most by Bengals-Vikings. There's enough stats out there about Jake Browning that makes me think they're not going to fall apart, but also, like, I think I'm intrigued with Carson Wentz.
That might be the grossest game on the slate.
I don't know. I think I'm interested in Carson Wentz.
Ain't no quarterbacks.
Well,
that's why it's interesting.
That's why it's interesting. Yeah, because I think Browning, again, the numbers there, like he's kind of right there with Burrow in terms of some of the statistics when it comes to EPA and being able to run an offense.
What if O'Connell can just sprinkle some fairy dust on Carson Wentz and bring him back to life like he has some old quarterback?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think that has big ramifications. There's a chance that, like, J.J. McCarthy's not even really hurt. There's a chance that they're just like, hey, you're not playing very good right now, so we're just going to bench you, but don't worry. We'll say your ankle's hurt, and we'll give you a couple weeks to kind of see the game a little better, and we'll let this pro come in and try to run things.
Kind of like what the Panthers did with Bryce Young last year for a few weeks with Andy Dalton.
Kind of, but I don't even feel like they called that an injury, though, right?
No, they just benched him.
And I don't think Bryce Young would have gotten his job back had Andy Dalton not gotten in that car wreck. But like Andy Dalton got in that car wreck, and then Bryce Young got to play that week and played pretty good. So then they gave it back to him. I don't think it's that drastic because they're calling it an injury. But if Carson Wentz comes out and plays well over the next couple weeks, I don't think they're going to give him the job back. I think he might already lose his job as a first-round pick with the way he's looked the first 2 weeks, especially last week. He was terrible against the Falcons. And they got a roster that's built to contend. So I think we'll see. I think we'll see if Carson Wentz can do anything in that job. Like I think you saw it in Indianapolis. I don't think J.J. McCarthy is that different than Anthony Richardson. Now, Anthony Richardson tapped himself out. Anthony Richardson played poorly when he was in there. I get that. But, like, hey, he was a top 5 pick. And you know what the Colts said? We ain't going to wait around. We ain't got time to wait around. We're going to put a veteran out there that can maybe go win us some games. I think the Vikings have even a better roster than the Colts do. So if they can find a veteran that can win them some games, I think they'd stick with that. Now, whether or not Carson Wentz is that guy, I don't know. But that's what makes it so interesting. Because when you look, they play the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Browns the next 3 weeks. Those are teams they should be able to beat if Carson Wentz is at least above average, slightly above average. They should win that game, all 3 of them.
We'll see about Carson Wentz, but going back to the Lion talk, Landon points out in the chat, the lion sleeps at night. So with a lyric like that, are they predators at night? Or do they sleep at night?
Is the lyric lion sleeps at night or the lion sleeps tonight?
Sleeps at night. He said at night, but
I thought it was tonight.
Maybe it is tonight.
I think it's the lion sleeps tonight. Oh, we what? So how about you guys get together and make sure you're getting the right lyrics?
Yeah, well, that's just what Landon said.
Well, you read it, though. You have a chance to filter it out. How about you guys come together and figure it out?
I don't know which one it is, but it did make me think, though, about, is the lion as nocturnal as I thought it was, which I still believe it is. Still believe cats like moving around at night, but they probably got to sleep some. You know how cats are. I mean, they sleep all throughout the day, too, so. Good boy.
Last call on the other side. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Hi, this is Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, and I know there's a lot of choices here in East Tennessee when it comes to choosing a realtor. Here's why the Kregner Group is different. At the Kregner Group, our motto is walking by faith, serving others. It's how I live my life. It's how I run my business. Here at the Kregner Group, we're committed to doing real estate the right way. Faith, honesty, integrity. The Kregner Group. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or visit my website at boknowshouses.com.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Invisalign is a clear aligner orthodontic treatment that gradually straightens teeth without the use of traditional metal braces. And now, at Knoxville Smiles, We're offering Invisalign special pricing for new patients. Call for details at 865-539-1776 or just visit us at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
The voluntary reaction.
This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fan Run Radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fan Run Radio.
The voluntary reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Last call here on the program. Maddie, you heading out to the stadium tomorrow? You going to watch Tennessee UAB? You going to be there?
Did I ever tell you how excited I am to wake up for a 12 o'clock football game in Neyland Stadium against a team fighting for their lives?
Yeah, but there'll be a lot of girls there.
I'm okay on that front. The bar will do just fine.
There's a lot of girls at Maddie's apartment. He doesn't need to go to the stadium for that.
The bar will be fine.
Well, then don't go then, Maddie.
I don't have a choice. I'm a Tennessee fan.
What do you mean you don't have a choice?
I got friends. I got people. They want autographs. You know the deal.
That's all the reasons not to go. You don't want to be hounded by the autograph seekers.
And then for public relation reasons, I get in trouble. People don't see you got to save face. You know the deal, John.
Well, I just want you to know you don't have to go.
Yeah, if I want to end my career. You know the deal. Pictures, autographs. It's not fun, but it is what it is.
You can make them miss you. Sometimes you can just lay back and make them miss you.
That's what I do on a Friday night.
Sometimes you can smoke crack like Charlie Sheen. That's what he did.
What a documentary.
It was pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
I love watching sprinters. Noah Lyles just won his 4th outdoor title in a row in the 200-meter. But it's just so cool. I love watching the 200-meter, watching those guys come around.
Think you could outrun a lion?
No. You got to stop, Cody. It's a lion.
I don't know. I feel like how fast are lions? I mean, I'm not saying it outrun for a long time, but like you think a lion could run 200 meters faster than he does?
Yes.
I think we should make an Olympic event.
Lion's top speed is 50 miles an hour.
I think you should dress Mabel up as a lion for Halloween.
Yeah,
that's not my responsibility.
At least you get your lion.
Yeah, I mean, what about an Olympic event where it's 100 meters, but you let the sprinters go first, and then immediately on their heels, there's a lion in every lane, and we see who gets attacked, who makes it, or if anybody makes it. See who finishes the race then.
In your head, before you knew this truth, Sam, would you have thought a tiger was slower by 20 miles an hour to a lion? I feel like I maybe would have thought a tiger was faster straight up.
Tigers are big.
Bigger than lions?
I think so. I think they're like longer.
I don't think of tigers as being bigger than lions at all, but I could be completely wrong on all this.
The lion, it's not necessarily his size that makes him so dangerous. It's his size compared with his agility and his movement and his speed and a lion's kind of the total package.
Okay.
Like a Bengal tiger's a pretty big ass, like I could see him being somewhat slow.
Okay.
I'm on Reddit, Big Cats, looking it up.
No, yeah, Cody's right that tigers are bigger than lions. Yeah. I've had it all backwards my whole life.
Well, when I picture a tiger in my head, I'm picturing like a long torso, a lot more distance from front legs to back legs. Whereas a lion's just kind of built like a I don't know, a good athlete.
What the hell makes the lion superior to the tiger?
I think lions just have a better PR team.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, they called him the king of the jungle. Yeah, like what makes the lion superior to the tiger if the tiger's bigger?
Well, if you want to just talk about king of the jungle,
who would win in a fight between lions and tigers?
A lion. Yeah. But if you just want to talk about really tough and really,
how do you say that?
The guys you don't want to mess with, it's the hippos.
I think you're wrong. This says
no.
Not about hippos. This says Tigers are bigger, they have greater muscle strength, and have a more powerful bite. So I think.
Well, I think all that makes sense.
But why the hell would the Lion be it in a fight then?
Well, they don't have the agility. The Lion can move around. It's like Muhammad Ali. The Lion's like Muhammad Ali. Float like a butterfly, but still sting like a bee.
No, that'd be like it sounds like it's more like Muhammad Ali versus Floyd Mayweather.
No,
or one's just bigger. One's just bigger and stronger.
Well, it's like if you take a fighter who's got some agility, like even though the Tiger may have a more powerful bite, Tiger's like a big guy. If the big guy gets on you, you're in trouble. Like I think if the Tiger pins the Lion down, the Lion's in trouble. But typically, the Lion's going to outmaneuver him.
This also says the Tiger's more agile than a Lion. I don't know.
Really?
That's what this says. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert on it.
What is that? A Reddit thread?
This is from a Reddit thread of animal experts.
Cody, what'd you say about hippos?
The hippo's really the guy you don't want to mess with. The hippo, if you're talking just really dangerous and like a lion ain't going near a hippo. The lion ain't going in the water with
land.
It
might, not in the water.
Well, a hippo, they don't just hang out in the desert. I mean, they're going to be near water. But a lion's barking up the wrong tree when he comes to try to mess with a hippo. Hippo will work his ass down there in the hippo land.
Tigers have longer claws. That's bigger paws. That it feels like that'd come in handy for the
hippopotamus
tiger.
Just looks like something that evolved from the dinosaurs. You
ever seen those videos of them eating watermelons?
Huh?
No, but I'd like to.
It's pretty cool. It's just
the people in this thread are mad.
They just throw a full watermelon in his mouth and it just.
The hippo's like half cow, half dinosaur. That's kind of how I look at them.
These are some real experts going back and forth here, citing their arguments and proof. And
the most vulnerable to a lion, a giraffe, because his neck's so long. A lot of room for the lion to bite into a giraffe's neck.
I will say that the lion is most susceptible to lose to the Packers, though. Am I right?
On a full moon, yes.
Okay. Well, that'll do it for us. The Tony Basilio Show coming up next. The Playbook with William Pattison. The Drive with Russell, Bob, and Bear. Stay locked in on Fan Run Radio. Everybody have a good weekend. It'll be nice to be back here on Monday. Looking forward to an SEC game. Stay safe. If you're going out in Knoxville, be careful, Maddie. Be careful. Don't break anybody's heart. That'll do it for us.